tap to glizzies. Hang on. I'm gonna share this stream. Shut up. I'm gonna share the stream links. Taps to glizzies is so funny. Just be quiet for a minute. I'm gonna change the thumbnail. I know, I'm gonna change the thumbnail and share the stream. Hang on. Stop typing. Taps to glizzies. Alright, now I can start the stream. Tap to glizzies is too good. Alright, where am I at? Where are the buttons that I have to do this goddamn stream? There they are. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're gonna start the stream now. And we're on. G'day legends, how the hell are we? G'day legends, what's good boys? What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? Eric was the first one in, Nacho, that little snooze at the end, mate, you have no idea. I could have gone live an hour ago. I had an early day. What's up, Bilal's good eye? How are you, dude? What's up, Wani Reppin? Refund Cheddarhead? Nope, I ate all 12. In the last 24 hours, I have eaten nothing but 12 hot dogs. That's legit all I've eaten. What's up, Olga Shyla? We got a whole new account. What's up, Shyla? How are you? Early one. I could have gone even earlier. In the last 12 hours, I've done nothing. In the last 24 hours, I've done nothing. Oh, yeah, Eric, usernames are back. I love it. I love it. Where are those? Do I put some glizzies in them? Vertical north-south? They did. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, dude. I finished a little bit early today. I could have gone live an hour ago. I just died. I came home and I just died. I passed out. I have no energy. I went to the gym this morning. I did my work for the day. I came home. My energy was just flat. Apparently, my body... What's up, Ronald? Good to see you, brother. Apparently, my body cannot be fueled over 12 hot dogs. Apparently, 12 hot dogs over 24 hours is, would you guess, not the right diet for a man like myself. Not the right diet at all. And I really screwed up. We're going to talk about MMA. This is an MMA stream, by the way. Thank you guys if you're listening back to that. Yes, this is an MMA stream. Please like the chat down below. I screwed up. After the pay-per-view on Sunday, I ordered a big dirty kebab. Like, I sat down, I finished the pay-per-view, I finished the stream, we did the stream, 7 hours of talking, great, loved it, had a wonderful time kicking it with the boys. UFC 317, energy was super high, had a great time, went for a little walk down the beach, came back, filmed my post-fight recap, ordered a kebab, took the laptop, set it up in the living room on the big TV, and I went and I watched back UFC 317 in peace and quiet. So all I have had since Sunday night, it is now Tuesday. It is now 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm a fit man. You know, I go to the gym in the morning. I eat like lean meat and vegetables. I'm a fit man. All I've had since Sunday night is a kebab and 12 hot dogs. Since I am dying for a steak and a salad. I'm dying. I cannot wait to have a steak and a salad tomorrow. All I've eaten since Sunday night is a dirty kebab and 12 hot dogs. This is not the fuel diet of champions. This is not the fuel. I know. Oh, Shyla, I know. This is not the fuel my body is usually rolling with. Like, I'm usually very much like a red meat and vegetables kind of guy. I need just a steak and a salad. I'm dying. I came home and I passed out. I never do that. I usually have energy to go all day long. You know, I do this stream. I go to work, I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I do the stream. I can like move my body all day long. Today, just died. Oh god, blue line. What's up, blue line? How are you, dude? I thought you'd know how to prep your body for a lot of meat. So look, Bilal's good. I'm just not the young, I'm just not the young cracker that I was. I'm not Dougie from Rainbow Serpent days. You know what I mean, mate? That's just not me anymore. I'm not 26. I'm 36, and I'm on the arse end of 36. Like there's only a couple of we're in the last month of 36 officially. So I'm even on the wrong end of it, mate. It's the Diet of Champions. Might not even watch 318. Might be the worst pay-per-view ever on paper. Very true, Alex. Yeah, UFC 318. Absolutely garbage on paper. Absolutely garbage on paper. Just horrible. Horrible. Dougie, please go eat some green leaves. I will do. Dougie's craving more meat. I'm craving a steak. I'm craving a big, fat steak. And like Shyla said, just a big leafy salad. I've been just downing multivitamins and water because apparently 12 hot dogs gets you thirsty as fuck. It must be nothing but salt. Cheddar has single-handedly giving you a crippling glizzy addiction. It's not an addiction. Alex, it's the opposite of an addiction, mate. I never, ever, ever want to see a hot dog ever again in my life. The dude. So I was there. We'll finish this up. We'll wrap this up. I was on the work site today, so I was doing an insurance job over the last 2 days. Collapsed garage ceiling. So yesterday I reinstalled the collapsed ceiling, and today I went back to paint it. So I'm there installing the new garage ceiling, and the insurance company sends over some kids the insurance company sends over some kids to insulate the ceiling that's gone up, and they see me at lunchtime. Pull out, what's up, Super Shotgun? They see me around lunchtime, pull out this big Tupperware container that's got 3 hot dogs in it. And I'm just sitting there filming myself, the video I shot to Cheddar. I'm sitting there filming myself eating these 3 cold hot dogs. And they're just like... I hate you so much, Moicano. I hate Moicano so goddamn much. But this is the end of the glizzy. What's up, Mitch? How are you, dude? You're the man, dude. Thank you for popping in and saying g'day on the stream, Mitch. I appreciate it, man. This is the end. This is officially the end of the hot dog era, the glizzy era of Dougie's Corner. So there we go. We did it, Cheddarhead. 12 hot dogs were eaten. I cannot wait to eat some real food. Damn it, Shyla, bring Olga back. We demand it. Oh, no, the boys miss Olga. What's up? What's up, Shotgun? How are you, dude? I would call eating 12 glizzies in 24 hours an addiction. The first step to recovery is acknowledging your problem. I am not addicted to hot dogs. Absolutely not addicted to hot dogs. Oh, good God. All right, let's get into it then. You missed my MMA comment. Sorry, brother. Did you see Ilya say he cried in his hotel room for Charles the night before the fight? I'm slowly becoming a fan and I hate it. Oh, bro, I'm on board. I'm on board the Ilya Topuria fan train. I'm absolutely on board. I realized it on Sunday night. When I went to bed on Sunday night, blasting Ilya Topuria's walkout music around the house, I'm a fan. I can't help it. I'm an absolute fan. Bro, have you seen UFC 318? What a terrible, terrible... I have seen UFC 318. It is truly awful. We're going to have a fun one today, guys. We're going to have a fun one today. I've set something up. When we get to it, when we get through the news and we do a little bit of card building, we're going to build out every single event for the rest of the year. UFC 320... UFC 321, UFC 322, UFC 323. So we're going to build out the rest of the cards for the end of the year to save the rest of the year. That's what we're going to be doing for the rest of the stream once we have a bit of a catch up on some of the news, that kind of stuff. But yeah, UFC 318 is just a horrible, horrible card. Dougie, shut your pussy ass up. What's up, Beef Fatty? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're well, dude. You got Drickus by decision or finish? I got Drickus by late finish. 3rd or 4th round. What's up, Mr. C? Good to see you, dude. Shara Bullet pulled out, so it gets worse. We know Costa is going to pull out. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I didn't know Shara Bullet pulled out. I had no idea Shara Bullet pulled out. I thought Aliskarov pulled out. So what? Aliskarov's pulled out and Shara Bullet's pulled out? This card is horrible. Dougie, will Ilya be the first to be triple champ? It's, you know, your brain instantly goes, it's impossible, doesn't it, Shyla? But if Ian Gary's holding the belt or Islam Makhachev is holding the belt, There are winnable fights for him. And we've seen BJ Penn at welterweight. We've seen Conor McGregor knock down Nate Diaz in both fights. In the first fight, he knocked down Nate Diaz 3 times in the first round. We've seen Conor McGregor at welterweight knock out a welterweight Donald Cerrone. It's not impossible. Playing his walkout music as he fall asleep is new. Not as I fall asleep. As I walk into the bedroom, Nacho. As I walk into the bedroom. I don't even smoke. I need a durry after the KO of... I agree. I agree, Mr. C. Absolutely, dude. I would have much rather celebrating any other way than stuffing my face full of hot dogs for 12 hours. Did you know that dick riding was a crime? Whose dick am I riding, Alex? Humble and Slavic. There you go. I meant Iliskarov. Oh, okay. Yes. I know Iliskarov pulled out. I stand in the pocket with you. Gaethje versus Holloway style. I'd stand in the pocket with you. Oh, you stand in the pocket with me. Gaethje versus Holloway style. I'll be fatty. You'd be just destroyed, mate. Destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Slept. It would be ungodly what I would do to you, mate. JDM kills Ilya at welterweight. Notice how I left JDM off that list, Nacho. I said Islam Makhachev and I said Ian Gary. Shara is on the Abu Dhabi cut. Yeah, I think Super Shotgun was just misspeaking there for a second. What's up, Miguel? Good to see you, dude. I'm not stuffing my face full of hot dogs today, so we can actually have a conversation. Thanks for popping in, Miguel. How are you? JDM will be champ for at least 4 years and go down as the welterweight goat. This is what I'm hoping for, Nacho. This is absolute. For Ilya Topuria to claim the welterweight belt, JDM will probably have to suffer an injury, and there'll have to be an interim title. Michael Johnson versus El Huber, co-main event. 5 ranked fighters on the whole card. What age? It is. It's a horrible, horrible card. UFC 318 is just horrible. And it sucks because we want to make content and talked about just how horrible UFC 318 is. But we can't because we just did that about UFC 317. And UFC 317 was bloody phenomenal, wasn't it? So we're sort of backed into a corner here of just having to accept what the UFC is giving us. Because every single time we talk trash about the UFC, they put on a banger. And we know bangers. God damn it, I've been listening to too much Guru. Alright. Would you, as an Aussie, be willing to sacrifice JDM for the greater good of having Ilya as a proper superstar? No, I wouldn't, Mr. C. No, I would not. We need JDM right now. Australia is in a bad way. Thoughts on DDP possibly leaking Paddy versus Gaethje? I'm just going to agree. I was listening to the Guru cast, the Guru stream today. I'm just going to agree with him. I'm going to straight up agree with Guru. Does Paddy Pimblett look like he is ready to fight in 2 months' time? Maybe. I don't know how much weight Paddy Pimblett can cut. I'll tell you what. The reason Dana White got so angry at Joe Rogan allowing Paddy Pimblett into the cage might be because Paddy Pimblett's already booked to fight as the co-main event. So maybe, man. Maybe. Are you glad that Piotr Jan doesn't share the same weight class as Topuria, or you think you would beat him in the pocket boxing? No, I'm very glad that I don't have to watch my Orthodox brother get slept, dude. Dorita takes a rib out. You're the goat, Miguel. Thank you for being here, dude. Islam owns JDM. No, B-Fatty. You know this, bro. JDM smash pussy ass Islam. I agree, Miguel. When did you start round 2 of the hot dog challenge? After my workout this morning, so about 7 a.m. When I've been updating the Discord. What's up, Nubby? How are you, dude? Good to see you, brother. I don't want a conversation. I want hot dogs. Too bad. Too bad. Go back and watch last night's stream, Eric. 318 is Garbo. Mate, it's absolutely Garbo, mate. It's diabolical, mate. JDM cracks Islam's chin in the first and then finishes the fight with a body-head combination as Islam back is up against the cage. I agree, Nacho. Beautiful descriptions there. I completely agree. Luke Thomas had a meltdown in Morning Combat about people finding Kakara Frank's cringy. Yeah, I noticed that. That's why I brought it up in my post-fight recap that I filmed and was released yesterday. It was at What's Up, Not the AM, bro. I see you down there. How are you, man? What's up, Friendless Norseman? How are you guys? Yeah, Luke Thomas is wrong, and Luke Thomas just likes to talk down to people that he believes aren't on his intellectual level, rather than hearing other people's arguments and understanding where they're coming from. Luke Thomas is a hypocrite of the highest order. How is Allen versus the Orc Marvin on the prelims? They have crazy beef. That shouldn't be on the prelims. They're ranked fighters. It's insane. What did you do with the remaining 5 hot dogs? I ate them all today. I shared it in the Discord. It's for 320. What are you talking about there, Blue Line? What are you talking about, man? Man, what are you talking about, man? Paddy smokes Gaethje. Maybe, Dig. How are you, Dig? Maybe, dude. Gotta respect Jake Paul. Why, Nubby? Why must we respect Jake Paul? Paddy beats Gaethje. Whoever picks Gaethje is actually a casual. Whoa! Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I'm Orthodox too. Shout out, Blue Line. Where am I at? Shout out, Blue Line. There we go. Nice little Orthodox cross. That's from my godfather. There you go, Blue Line. Shout out, mate. Topuria and Jack at Topuria and JDM at 170 would be fireworks. I'd have to roll with JDM, but I'd be scared. My dream matchup is Piotr Jan versus Joshua Van. Now that is a goddamn fight. Although Josh Van would have to move up a weight class, wouldn't he? Yes, he bloody would. Yes, he would. But still could be done. I mean, the kid's 28. He's probably going to grow into a higher weight class. Jan doesn't get finished, though. Topuria finishes anyone he wants. Max Holloway is statistically the best chin in MMA. Ilya has been doing crazy numbers. He has Bilal's good. He absolutely has, man. It's wild. He's not Conor McGregor level, but I think he's about as Conor McGregor as you can get in modern MMA without the UFC pushing someone like they used to push Conor McGregor, if you know what I mean, brother. You smashed those hot dogs. Well, apparently I was defeated by the hot dogs, but I ate 12 hot dogs in a row. Just took me a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I did complete my bet. Let it not be said that Dougie doesn't do his bets. I made a 3.5-hour video for Steve Urseg, and I ate 12 hot dogs. I've eaten nothing. From the first hot dog to the last hot dog, I ate nothing but hot dogs. And it took me a little longer than I wanted it to, but I stuck to my bet. Brian Campbell said that he found the face thing awkward and cringy, and Luke blew a gasket and did his whole high horse thing. He's such a douche. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with Luke Thomas. He's not just your average leftist. He's your pretentious, cunty leftist. I shouldn't have sworn. I'm trying not to swear as much on the live stream so the channel doesn't get blacklisted. But he is a pretentious, cunty leftist, so the YouTube admins aren't going to be happy about that because they're all leftists. But Luke Thomas is... Fuck it, I'll say it again. Luke Thomas is the cuntiest leftist that there is. Sits on his high horse and doesn't want to engage in conversation with anyone else and try and understand where they're coming from. As I said in my recap video, I understand the Maori culture very well. They were some of my closest friends in high school growing up. It's still cringe, Luke. You look like my waiter in an Italian restaurant. Okay. Thank you, Miguel. Did you finish the hot dogs? I did, not the aim, bro. I did. I updated it all in the Discord. The new rules just got passed. It's better and worse at the same time, but wrestlers stalling is no longer going to be scored when it's put into effect. Where is this, Friendless Norseman? Where can I read about the new rules? Please direct me to a post. What website? Bloody Elbow, MMA Junkie? Please, man. Keep Dariush far away from Ilya. I think Ilya will be able to scramble out, man. JDM going to have customs or just the black and gold? I don't know, Nubby. I'd like for him to have the customs with the boxing kangaroo on them. That'd be bloody sick, mate. Joshua Van via spending the next wee months with Craig. Joshua Van will be spending the next wee months with Craig. I don't understand. Oh, with Paul Craig? Or with Craig Jones? Do you mean Craig Jones, the wrestler? Yes. Bring Joshua Van to Australia. What's up, Portuguese Herzog? How are you, dude? I see you there. Joshua Van, we just did that one. Nubby, the Jake Paul thing is dead. Yeah, what's with Jake Paul? Why does Jake Paul deserve respect? Surely you got to add kangaroo custom shorts to JDM. I agree, just like the flag that we have when we when the Aussies fight. I completely agree, Nubby. Is it safe to say that Islam doesn't have pillow fists, but rather just sponge fists? No, he's got pillow fists. He's got pillow fists. JDM should have a custom stripped black bank robber shorts because he's here to get the cash and dash. Black and white on one side with the bank robber and then the boxing kangaroo on the other side. He meant orthodox as in his boxing stance. Aww. James Karakrantz. I'm really from near France. I'm not from France. I'm from near France. I'm a Maori. Trust me. What's up? I'm extremely Asian. How are you, dude? Ilya overtook Islam with Insta followers today. We know Ilya buys followers, you know what I mean, Shotgun? So that's a little bit hard of a... I would go with YouTube views, because it's a lot harder to buy YouTube views. You can buy... Although you can buy YouTube views. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell, isn't it? JDM is nowhere near his final form. JDM is still evolving. We've never seen anyone the level that Prime JDM will reach. I agree, Nacho. JDM is actually getting better every single day. It should be scary to the rest of the division. What's a rematch Dougie would love to see? Jungling versus Prates 2. A rematch that I would love to see. Oh, that's a good one. I really want to see Poirier, Gaethje too. They're two veterans. I think Gaethje's got one loss left before he finally calls it a day. They're 1-1 each. I view them as the Goku and Vegeta. I want to see Poirier versus Gaethje 3. Super Shotgun. He bought like 2 million followers last week. Yeah, exactly. I'll go grab him. Give me a second. Thank you, Friendless Norseman. Weasel made a video on the new rules. Didn't watch it, but it's there. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Portuguese Sergio. I'll go check it out after this very stream, dude. Can is the GOAT. Can, Van, Douglas Corner, the king of Australian MMA media. Thank you, Miguel. I appreciate it. Topuria and Jack put Islam out. Topuria is number 1 pound for pound. Yeah, I don't mind putting Ilya Topuria as the number 1 pound for pound right now. I don't know if Islam Makhachev can do what Ilya Topuria has been doing, you know. JDM needs custom bong shorts. Yeah, that's fair, mate. According to Craig Jones, JDM doesn't mind getting on the puff. I respect Jake Paul for paying for Askrin's surgery, unlike Dana's dumbass. Did Jake Paul pay for it? Because there was a bunch of GoFundMes and a bunch of charities that were like, did Jake Paul contribute or did Jake Paul pay for it, Nubby? I'm glad you didn't die from hot dog poisoning. Me too. I'm extremely Asian, although we're not out of the woods yet. Eastern Orthodox based. Google new MMA scoring rules, boxing commercial. The article is on MSN. They're voting on it in August, and it looks like it will pass. Awesome, Friendless Norseman. Let me just put that in the back end, and I'll read some chats, and when chat slows down, we'll come back to it. Thank you, Friendless Norseman. I appreciate it, brother. Let's keep going with the chat. Come on, chat. Come on. Let's go. Not top chat, all chat. I don't want to miss anybody's chats. We're here and we're hanging out, boys. Where am I at? Okay, cool. We'll get to it. If JDM got in a street fight with Ilya, he'd grab him by the scruff of his chest and slap the bleeding nose off him, mate. Yeah, JDM versus Ilya Topuria is like... I respect Ilya Topuria. You know, in the word... JDM in a street fight with Ilya, he grabbed the scruff. Yeah, JDM versus Ilya Topuria. Yes. JDM is too big. Too fast. Ilya Topuria try and do his big overhand. JDM, like you said, mate, just scruff of the neck, collar. All recency bias, and I bloody love it, Nacho. Did you see the news story that an insane Aussie woman who... Yep. That's the same woman who lost her mind when Powhatan lost her... I don't know if it's the same woman, but I have been hearing that story. Yeah, dude. That is insane. Is that the same woman? Tell you what, mate. This is why, you know, we've got to bring in Sharia law into Australia. To be fair, Islam has loads of smelly... All right, Dick. To be fair, Islam has loads of smelly Russians. No need for that, mate. That support him because he rides carpet. Okay, Dick. How much do you want to squeeze into one chat, mate? So it's one. I mean, he does have a lot of fans. It's true, Dick. Charles will never be the same after that knockout. True, Miguel. Very true. Ilya always had a professionally run Instagram. Probably has nothing to do with it himself. It added aura when he first showed up. Yeah, Ilya Topuria is very curated lifestyle everywhere. I mean, he's a perfectionist. His gym is curated to himself. His family is very nicely curated. His social media presence is curated. He runs his own press conferences. He's just one of those kind of tightly buttoned up, dot the I's, cross the T's kind of guys. Feeling no hype for UFC 318. Please get me hyped somehow. That is what we will start to build over the next coming weeks, Nubby. We'll figure something out. Association of Boxing Commission voting on new changes to MMA scoring. Clarification damage is the article's title. Legend, like I said, we'll whip back round to that when the chat slows down a bit. We've got a lot to do on today's stream. Lot to do. Big stream today, boys. I feel like I let everybody down yesterday with my stream. It was just eating a bunch of hot dogs. Didn't really count for a stream. Plus, when we slow down a little bit, we're going to be bouncing over to this chat. Look at your screen if you're just listening back to this in podcast form. I've got UFC 320 Vegas, UFC 321 Abu Dhabi, UFC 322 New York, UFC 323, where we're going to be doing card builders for every single fight, finishing off the rest of the year. That's the plan for the stream today, lads. We'll see how we go with it. Why don't you hunt crocodiles? Because I live in the south of Australia. We don't have any crocodiles here, mate. You see, Kenny Okoye said Ilya versus JDM is 80-20 for Ilya. Kenny Okoye, another resident tard of MMA YouTube. Why is Kenny Okoye believing this thing? I want to see Max complete his CTE journey. What do you mean by getting knocked out by Ilya again, Norseman? Charles should fight Grant Dawson. Not a bad matchup, Miguel, when you look at the rankings, yeah. Jake Paul paid for Ben Askren's new lung. Well, that's pretty fucking based. Well done to Jake Paul, man. Shout out to Jake Paul. He does deserve respect for that. Topuria is big, part of a donation. Well, shout out to Jake Paul, man. Seems like Chael, Andrew, Tristan Tate, Jake Paul, Mighty, and Guru all contributed to the surgery payment. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And also people as well. We spoke about it last week. That there was not a GoFundMe, but a similar to a GoFundMe to help out Ben Askren. We shared the link in the stream, so I'm sure like a whole bunch of the community helped. What's up, Lord of the Pies? What's up, Cesnat? How are you guys? I see you down there. What's up, Woeful? How are you, dude? Islam broke the record for lightweight defenses and already destroyed two of the people everyone is glazing Ilya for beating. Islam is the number one pound for pound, and everyone's saying Ilya is suffering from a recency bias, but it's also how you do it as well, right, Nacho? Like, the first fight was a prime Volk. You know, Ilya cleaned up Volk. Max Holloway cleaned. And Ilya Topuria cleaned up Charles Oliveira better than Islam Makhachev did. Islam Makhachev, you know, gets knocked down by Moicano. Islam Makhachev goes to war with Dustin Poirier. I can see why people are saying no one really thinks that Islam is going to transfer up to welterweight and destroy JDM. Ilya Topuria just literally transferred up to lightweight and destroyed Charles Oliveira. Like, I can see the argument being made for Charles Oliveira being high on the pound for pound. Of course, there is recency bias as well, but I'm sure you can see the argument as well, right, Nacho? Ilya puts JDM in the ground. No, absolutely not. No. JDM destroys him. Whitaker about to put the beats on RDR. RDR is so overrated. Please, Nubby, this is what we need, mate. I hope and I pray. JDM is Blinky right. Ilya is Tyson. No one else in the UFC can box. Poirier can have a bit of a box. Piotr Jan can absolutely box. News broke 5 days ago. Jesus. News broke 5 days ago about the new rules. I'm well behind. Is it the same woman? I would have her 5 minutes against Shyla as punishment. That's it. Chuck her into a Craig Jones pit. And at one end is just Shyla. And get her to rip her fucking arm off. Ilya, all about the aura and aesthetics. He really is, dude. He is aura maxing. Is Dragon Ball Z the only anime you've ever watched? Yes. No, I watched The Last Airbender. And that's about it. Yeah, that's it. Do we know who is next for Ankalaev? It will be Alex Pereira, I do believe. Did you let everyone down, Dougie? You should be disappointed. I am disappointed, Eric. Thank God I missed the hot dog stream. It was a very good Portuguese Herzog. It was just a lot of chewing for 2 hours. YouTube changed the usernames back. I know, Super Shotgun, and I absolutely love it. What's crazy to me about Ilya is his entire personality is Spanish when he only moved there when he was 14. How did he grift this hard? Well, I think, you can assimilate to a culture. Like, don't you guys get annoyed when people move to England or people move to America or people move to Australia and they don't assimilate, when they just become giant menaces to a society? But then Ilya or Henry Cejudo go to a new culture at a young age and they assimilate perfectly, and then all of a sudden it's, oh, you're stealing the culture. Why did you assimilate so well? Why are you making this your personality? Like, what do you want? Not the AM, bro. It was so crazy to me about Ilya we just did that one, Doug. You're an idiot. Read the next one. The changes are very interesting and could definitely impact future fights. It basically clarifies what should be scored and in what order. I love that. I really do love that they're making updates to the scoring criteria. What's up, Capatheist? How are you, dude? Cejudo is American. I thought he was born in Mexico and then came over. I thought he was born in Mexico and then came over. I love Cheeto. I know, Woeful. I know. MMA Joey is scoping about Ilya's win and becoming a huge star. What could MMA Joey possibly be upset about now? On God, what could MMA Joey possibly be upset about? Shyla is getting sent to the PFL. Tom is OP. Tom is so OP that they should let him fight Garn and Almeida the same night. If he beats both, bring out Shamil the Blob Gaziev. What's up, Cheddarhead? How are you, dude? I ate all 12, Cheddarhead. I've eaten nothing but hot dogs for the last 24 hours and I hate my life, but it's done, Cheddarhead. Bet is paid in full with blood. Yeah. Exactly, Dig. I listened to the Ariel Helwani interview with Tom Aspinall and his dad. Super based. They say they want to clear out the entire top 10. Don't blame Kenny. He doesn't have a frontal lobe. It must be, says Nat. Who was that guy arguing with me that Charles has elite recovery? That was wild, man. I don't remember who that was. Lord of the Fries. I don't remember who that was. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. What's up, Cayman? Good to see you, dude. I'm so happy everyone's names is back. What's up, Atomic? How are you guys? I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Max needs to go on a Tony Ferguson run and not Griff scam go for old Ben Ask. Max needs to go. Thank you, Tim, for the $10. Can't stay. Just came in to call Dougie no frog after him disgracing us all yesterday. A frog can eat 12 hot dogs only in 2025. Well, thank you for the $10, dude. I really, really appreciate it, man. If you guys want to skip the queue, that's what donations are for, just like Timmy here has done. No, I'm not a frog. I've never claimed to be a frog. I don't know why chat thinks I'm a frog. But thank you for the $10, Tim. I really appreciate it. That's a lot of money, man. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. It almost makes living off nothing but hot dogs for the last 12 hours worth it. Almost, but not quite. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Max needs to go on a Tony Ferguson run and not Griff the Scam go for all bet. No, we cannot have Max Holloway go on a Tony Ferguson run, Friendless Norseman. We don't need that. Max is already suffering from CTE. It would not be good, mate. We don't need that, mate. I'm suffering from sex bias. You are, Eric. I used to dislike Jake Paul, but now he's a bloody hero. Anya Shiler. I made a fake GoFundMe for Askrin and made 5K. Beef Hattie, that's not funny. Someone actually did that. You should be ashamed of yourself, mate. Give it back. Give it to Dougie, and I'll give it back to Ben Askren. Ilya already has a better resume than John Jones. Not true, Woeful. Absolutely not true. Jake Paul is a decent guy, not gonna lie. I know, Lord of the Flies. Aren't we all shocked? I see a lot of people taking Max, but his striking defense is so bad. TKZ cracked him, and Ilya ended him. I got Poirier by standing TKO where Holloway gets stunned and the ref steps in. I agree, Nubby. I think we might start to see Max slow down as his cognition starts to clog up. I agree with you, man. He raised valid concerns about fighter pay too. He did, Lord of the Fries. Very true, dude. I took all the money. Classic beef fatty action. RDR will grape Bobby Knuckles. How dare you, Friendless Norseman? That's a bannable offense, mate. We're on team Bobby Bloody Knuckles, mate. Let me tell you about Bobby Knuckles, mate. We're going to do a second run, mate. Pico was an elite boxer. We'll see it against Mobza. Maybe, mate. I'm starting to think these Bellator guys are all just trash cans. If Ben knew lungs from... Alright. Will he become bi-curious? Maybe I'm extremely Asian. Maybe he'll start huffing the air differently. That's not cum-flavored air. I don't enjoy that at all. Fighters need to be paid less, and Pico is literal PFL bum with no chin. I enjoy what Friendless Northman is saying here. Treat them hungrily. Put their money into a trust account and pay them once they retire, but keep them hungry while they're fighting. Nacho Gi is my speciality. There you go. I moved to Miami, and within 2 years, I had a Spanish accent. There you go. Like, yeah, these are the things that happen. Minorities never assimilate. Not true. Wogs assimilated into Australia very clearly. You think there are any Charles fans left? Yes, of course. How's MMA Che? Has anyone checked in on MMA Che? Are there signs of life for MMA Che? So a boxing commission changed the rules of MMA, like the whole sport. How? Because the commission is the same commission, Capatheist. The boxing commission and the MMA commission are the same commission. Cejudo is American. I'm pretty sure he was born in Mexico. Ilya was born in Germany too. Pretty dope. There you go. What's up, Atomic? Good to see you, dude. The changes haven't been voted for. It happens on August. There you are. Pantoja, Marab, Volk, Ilya, JDM, DDP, Tom Aspinall. Light heavyweight is like a goddamn dead division, man. Okay, Rainey, you've just said things. What you've done there, Rainey, is you've just said things. Okay, Pantoja, that's a champ. Marab, that's a champ. Volk, all right, I'm with you now. I'm following along. You got all the champs, and then light heavyweight. Light heavyweight's not dead, dude. We got the Alex Pereira rematch, and then we got the Yuri Prohaska fight against Big Ankalaev after that. So light heavyweight's not dead, and then we can still do Khalil versus Carlos Ulberg. So there's still a little fun to be had. How are you, Rainey? Good to see you, dude. G'day, Capatheist. The changes have to get voted on first. I agree. Mexican parents, I believe, but only reps USA. What a chat. That's what I'm saying. That's good assimilation to a culture, I reckon. I mean, the only reason you could be upset about Ilya's win is because Charles got slept, and it's depressing. Yeah, I know, but what? Like, it's not like MMA Joey is this huge Charles glazer. Like, a Muslim was not involved, MMA Joey, so you don't have to crash out, you fat retarded fuck. Stop being mean to MMA Joey, Dougie. Stop being mean to MMA Joey. Just enjoy the sport, Joey, for a second. Just try and enjoy the sport. Try and have some fun. It's not a meritocracy. Then go watch PFL, Joey. Then fuck off and watch the PFL. Make PFL content. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for clicks. Then make PFL content. Oh, but you don't, do you? Such a sook, man. I mean, the only... if Ilya takes number 1 pound for pound spot today, Joey is going to have a fucking meltdown. I know. Just try and have fun, Joey. Try and enjoy the sport for just 10 minutes, Joey. It's not going to hurt if you enjoy the sport for 10 minutes, mate. He was born in LA. There you go. My bad. I was not the AM, bro. I was wrong. Joey's trying to act like Ilya wasn't even eligible to fight because he was overweight. Obvious cope incoming. Okay. All right. Okay, Joey. Sure, mate. Yeah. How did, dear Joey, how did things go with Khabib against Gaethje? Yeah? How did things go with Khabib against Gaethje? Or what about IV Gate down in Australia? You know, he didn't use an IV, even though his manager literally tweeted he's allowed to use an IV. Huh? Or are we only picking and choosing the conspiracies we want to run with, Joey? Whether it's pro-Muslim or not. Which conspiracies are we going with, Joey? Just the pro-Muslim one? Okay, cool. Just the ones that aren't pro-Muslim. Gotcha. We'll move on. Or what about the one, Joey, where Magomed Ankalaev never turned down UFC 300, even though we have the subtitle translations and the subtitles are just made up? What about that one, Joey? We're not going to go. We're going with that one. We're going to go with that one when it fits our narrative. Yeah, fuck off, Joey. My issue is a certain migrant group in America oftentimes don't learn the language after living here for decades, and they don't apply for citizenship. That's fair enough, Spectronominus, but Ilya Topuria has learnt Spanish, he's embraced the Spanish heritage, he's repping Spain, he's being a good migrant, and I think that should be celebrated, not shat on. Why are people taking MMA Joey seriously? I don't know, Rainey. I really don't know. Anchor's so boring as a champion, and his cringe Ali tweets aren't fooling anyone. Yeah, but at least there's fun fights to look forward to, right, Nacho? Like, the Yuri Ank fight is a fun fight that I am hyped for when it happens. Look like it'll pass through Lord of the Fires. What I see, no reason why I wouldn't. Makes the judging a lot easier. Streamer of the year so far. Oh, thank you, Atomic. That means a lot, dude. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Andy Aspinall is the shit. Andy Aspinall is a good bloke. I liked the interview with Ariel Helwani. It was really good. Cayman, sorry I'm only getting to you now, dude. I apologize. Did you finish the glizzies? I did finish all 12 glizzies. I updated it in the Discord. How is Hot Dog Dougie after the feast? Really bad, Moody Wizard. Sorry I'm only getting to you now, man. I didn't see you over here in the live chat. How are you, Moody Wizard? Good to see you, dude. I passed out when I got home from work. I could have started the stream an hour earlier. Apparently, my body doesn't run on 12 hot dogs. I literally passed out. I thought I was going to die. It's still confusing. True. Alright, finally catching up. It all makes sense now. Frogs don't like hot dogs. There you go. Dougie, after yesterday's poor effort, your frog status is removed. Thank you, Tim. I'm not a frog. Put on the timer, you bloody fraud. We're not doing a time stream today. Classic, much love to you, Moody Wizard. I see you, dude. It's not scored unless there is damage. It's decently clear, but it's a hard thing to judge if they're just grappling on the ground. So boxing commissions in America are changing the rules for MMA. So will the UFC have to do it? Yes, the UFC has to follow the commission's rules, Carpathiast. Yep. Jake Paul's a decent guy. So is Bye-Bye. Who's Bye-Bye, Tim? Ilya is my goat. Him and Marabi, my little Orthodox Chads, makes me happy. Our Easter is different. There you go, Blue Line. The Eastern Orthodox side of the cliff is dominating. I think Max is getting chinned. It's the end for him. Yeah, I think Max is going to get chinned too, for all intents and purposes. I think he's slowing down. Do you think heavyweight generally have stronger chins than lower weights, or is it just bro science? I think heavyweight chins are about as good as middleweight and light heavyweight chins. That's what I would say, Cayman. I think their chins are about that range, but not exponentially bigger. Like, if Francis Ngannou or Uberim or Tom Aspinall hit you, you're still going to sleep. So I think they have about the same level of chin as, say, a Dricus, and Ankalaev and everyone. Yeah. No one will beat Ilya unless he fights JDM or Ruffy. I think Ruffy gets slept by Ilya Topuria, Portuguese Herzog. But yes, I'm still going with JDM. That's a disaster if it passes. Nothing but opportunity for biased judges to fuck with the rules. I mean, they already run the rules, Carpathiast. Yeah, they already run the rule set. Movzar will get in his first finish in the UFC against Aaron Pica. He might, Nacho. He might, and PFL Bellator will be further embarrassed. Are we talking about Robbie Whittaker again? Robert Whittaker, mate. He's a bloody legend, mate. Yes, Dougie is MMA Streamer of the Year. Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate it. Islam dominated Charles. Charles was in his prime on an 11-fight win streak. Volk was on a 20-fight win streak. Ilya beat a 35-year-old Charles who was 2-2, and Volk was coming off a KO loss. That is the great argument for keeping Islam Makhachev higher up on the pound-for-pound list above Ilya Topuria. That does take a little bit of spit shine off Ilya Topuria. I'm extremely Asian. Did you see Frank Ocean posting the 69 pic of Peyton Talbot wanting to be there? I did see Frank Ocean posting that photo on Instagram. They are the zestiest couple in MMA at the moment. I got to remember not to backtalk Aussie fighters. No, you can do it, mate. I'm going to keep carrying the backpack for Aussie fighters. I can admit when I'm biased. Hey? Joey? At least I can admit when I'm biased. All Rob has ever done is come back after defeat. His natural pathways are set in his pattern. He bloody wins this one. Yes, Tim. I agree, dude. Che has died. Poor Che. I went back and I watched Che's reaction. The life that left his face. Cejudo was born in the USA. There you go. I was wrong. Jake Paul saved combat sports. No, B-Fatty, no. Cejudo was not born in Mexico. There you go. I was wrong. I know I'm catching up to the old chats, but I was wrong. Charles is second of all time in being finished. Fucking crazy. 9. No, wait. No, that can't be true, Lord of the Pies. Jake Paul is combat sports. No, he isn't. Shit, where am I up to? What's up, enemy? Sorry I didn't see you there, dude. I apologize. Oh, my God. For which country? No wonder judging is a joke in MMA. Yes, true, Carpathius. Very true. Boxing judges do it. One of the worst judges in MMA is a boxing judge. Wogs really did assimilate so perfectly they became a part of Aussie culture. Yeah, you can see on Twitter these days, Wogs are calling for saving Aussie culture, and I listen to the accent. They go, bro, we got to do something about all the immigrants here, bro. This isn't our Australia anymore, mate. We got to save our own Australia. And I'm listening to it, I'm going, bro, you're Greek. Like, where's the Jack Della Maddalena saying we got to save Australia? There aren't any left. Cejudo was born in the same block as Bilal? No, he wasn't, mate. I can't wait for the heavyweight division to return to life. Neither can I, Shyla. I love that Tom Aspinall and his dad, who is his manager, is saying we're just going to run through the top 10. Light heavyweight has Zhang and Allberg. That's right. Light heavyweight does have a little bit of pots on the kettle. Oliveira took a dive. No, B-Fatty, no. Cejudo rejects his merit and heritage. What a good immigrant. MMA Joey, please like and subscribe, guys. Please, guys. Retarded Yuri is always fun to watch. Have a good one, guys. You're all cunts, and I can't stand a lot of you. That's the way, Tim. On your brother. Good to have you here, mate. I can see a TKO for Mobzar against Pico. He only fought 4 dudes near the prime and lost two of them. Yeah, I think Mobzar's going to steamroll him. I don't know if it's going to be a TKO. I mean, it's Mobzar of Loeb. He doesn't get TKOs, but we'll find out. Ali wasn't in Australia. Ali is just dumb. There you go, enemy. Thank you for that. That uncensored guy that never came back after going to hang with that MILF. What are we talking about, Eric? That uncensored guy that never came back after going to hang out with that MILF that one weekend? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué? ¿Está? Eric, I have no idea what you're saying. When the commission tried to read out Hamzat's weight as 166 pounds, yeah, there's been so many times. If the same people that judge the UFC now are going to be able to decide whether or not a shot did damage entirely in their own speculation, it's a disaster. That's exactly how the scoring criteria already is, Carpathius. Yeah, that's why the judging is so often so wrong, Carpathius. Yeah. Anti-whiteism would explain some of MMA Joey's nonsense. Exactly right. Yes, true. Much love to you. Oh my God, I'm so far behind on chat. To become a UFC citizen, you need cash. Very true. Yeah, but you should need cash to enter one of the greatest countries in the world. It kind of makes sense, right? You need cash to enter Singapore. You need cash to enter the one that's doing all the bombing in the Middle East right now. The one run by the small hats. You know the one. The name is escaping me, but you know the one. You need cash to enter that country. Thank you, Nacho. Appreciate you, dude. Where am I at? MMA Joey would shove a Quran up his ass. Okay, yes, Dig, true. Do you think he got lured into a trap, Eric? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Don't ignore my Shitika comment. Classic, mate. Right, Robert Shitika. We're coming back to win a title, mate. Ruffy is underrated because of all the Conor comparisons. Outside of the posture, there isn't much similarity. He is way better. Ruffy is underrated because of the Conor comparisons. I thought it was the Conor comparisons that might be carrying him, Portuguese Herzog. I disagree. I think it's the Conor comparisons and the being part of the fighting nerds that are giving Ruffy so much hype to the point where people are saying Ruffy could KO Ilia Topuria, and I don't think Ruffy can KO Ilia Topuria. I think he has a chance, but yeah, it's not a high chance. I would say Ilia Topuria still has the higher chance. Agreed, it's a mess, but adding the ability for idiots to decide which punches count will be a disaster. Capatheus, that's already in the rules. That's already in the rules, Capatheus. They're talking about grappling on the ground. That's the amendment they're going to make. Remember when MMA Joey coped and tried to claim Bilal beat JDM? I do. That's another MMA Joeyism. He says that Bilal arguably won the JDM fight, but Magomed Ankalaev absolutely dominated and embarrassed Alex Pereira, even though they were both close fights on, like, when you watch them live. They're both close fights. MMA Joey's a grifter. He grifts the Muslim fan base. It's very obvious, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Bald Eagle MMA Joey. Pico has a shit shoulder already. He's not even 30, and he has the 2J Pillashaw shoulder. Well, then he's fucked. How's he going to be able to posture, push, get up? Yeah, he's fucked, mate. MMA Joey. I love when people disagree. Disagreeing with MMA Joey. You must be mentally ill. Time him out. Time him out. Yeah, we're going to stop shitting on MMA Joey. We have to stop shitting on MMA. It's not good form. Stop it. Stop shitting on MMA Joey. I feel bad for the guy. Jake Paul's a retirement officer for combat sports. Want to relive the glory days and make some money? He'll fight ya. I'm happy that Jake Paul's doing that because that used to be the Bellator's job. But then the PFL acquired Bellator for literally $0 and fucked it up. So I'm happy that Jake Paul is at least giving these guys a chance to make some money, you know what I mean? As a counter-argument, flyweight Volk ×2, Moicano Poirier, who was all ready to retire at any time, Islam's title reign has a quality issue, I think. I agree, Rainey. Islam Makhachev's title reign absolutely has a quality issue, and it sucks that we never got the Arman fight, because I feel like the Arman fight really would have solidified Islam Makhachev's lightweight reign and made it a lot easier to argue the pro-Islam Makhachev arguments. And without that Arman fight, we're really missing something. So I agree, dude. Even though Mobzar doesn't get KOs, he does wobble cunts. He does wobble cunts, Portuguese Herzog. Very true, mate. I just don't know if this is going to be... If Mobzar gets a TKO after the year that PFL Latour has had and the showing that they've had, Don Davis might... You know what I mean? A chat member, you made a poll to see if he should rekindle the spark with an older woman. We vote yes and never heard from him again. A chat member, you made a poll on whether or not he should rekindle the spark with an older woman. Oh, yeah, I remember that, Eric. Whatever happened to him? Probably got eaten. Damage is the rules is based on reaction, so if you eat a shot with no reflect, it means Norton. Yeah, a little bit. Yep. I don't even know what slow chat does. It just stops people typing too quickly. Hello, Doug. This is a long message just to stall time, so chat backs up and you're stressed about missing too many chats. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much, mate. Ruffy has crazy kicks, to be fair. Looks at Ilya at the start of his UFC run. Even with that being said, Ilya by round 1 murder. Ruffy has crazy kicks, to be fair. Looks at Ilya at the start of his moderator turned off slow-mo. Thank you very much, Nacho. I appreciate you. Do well out. Feed in the chat for Nacho, boys. Look at him moderating the chat like an absolute goat. Ruffy has kicks. Yeah, Ruffy has kicks. Looks at Ilya at the start of his... Looks like Ilya at the start of his UFC run. That is true. Even with that being said, Ilya by round 1. Yeah, I think Ilya's just leveled up too far, and Ruffy's not quite there yet. Pico is juicy. Aaron Pico pulse. True, I think I've heard that before, that Pico has popped before. So they're going to add the same problem with the judging to the stand-up as the grappling. I am not failing to understand. I just think it's dumb and pointless, but hopefully it stops the wrestle fuck. Exactly, Capatheus. Yeah, no, you get it, and you see why everyone's going... This'll be good, won't it? Won't it, boys? This'll be good. Can't fucking wait for this, then. No USADA anymore. Pico is going to take bull semen. Bull testicles. Powder him up, put her in a mortar and pestle, inject him into my brain. If he keeps If he keeps eating, he'll be MMA slowly, then MMA slow. So what does this say? Then MMA losing my Toey. Okay, he's got the diabetes. Like and subscribe to help pay for my diabetes. Aaron Picogram is definitely sourced up after the back-to-back KO losses in Bellator, so he needs to get the win. Or are you being facetious, friendless Norseman? MMA Joey, who's that Dougie guy? I break him like a Kit Kat bar. MMA Joey gets tired reading out the chat. MMA Joey literally couldn't read out the chat at the pace that I read the chat out, because the pacing at which I read out the chat, just reading words on a fucking screen quickly, to MMA Joey, this would be considered cardio. Kind of feel bad for Jake Paul having real fights with his child fan base, thinks it's fake. Yeah, the problem is he's just not. He's just not fighting heavy competition. He needs to fight real competition. Because, yeah, it's gotten to the point where his childlike fan base does think that he's just putting on fake fights. Kai Kara France called out the performance standing on... Kai Kara France called that performance standing on Mana. Kai Kara France called that performance standing on Mana. You are not saying that Kai Kara France backed up that performance, did he? Oh my god, Kai Kara France, why? Nacho is a 5-star moderator. Here he is. He's an absolute bloody legend. So if you're autistic and don't react too much to pain, you get rewarded for allowing punches through? Yes, Carpathius. Yes, exactly. Pico never popped, but just one look at his physique and you'll know. Oh, yeah, I did. You're right. I did see that photo last week that was going around in MMA social media. Yeah, he's more shredded than Michael Chandler. You are absolutely right, Shotgun. Yeah. Very true, mate. Very true. But the ones without the physique are also on it. Yeah, look at that heavyweight blob that came over. He was on every single steroid under the sun and was still circular. Remember the time when once upon a time ago you said to believe that at least one time in history there was that one time where even couldn't cause that change that one effect of time? I do, Eric. Thoughts on Paddy versus Gaethje? I like it. Do Paddy versus Gaethje. Do Arman versus Ilia Topuria. Let Islam Makhachev get slept by JDM. Move back down. Then do Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. Do Paddy Pimblett versus Arman Sarukian coming off a loss. And then for International Fight Week next year, do Paddy Pimblett versus Ilia Topuria. It's very simple, mate. Bullshark testosterone. Fun fact, Aaron Pico Mobzar 7. Fun fact, Aaron Pico's Mobzar is 7 finishes to 3 decisions. Aaron Pico has 7 finishes to Mobzar's 3 decisions. Is that what you were saying, friendless Norseman? I still think Mobzar's going to win. Rafi is 29, insanely talented. He hasn't lost a fight for 6 years and finished 92% of his wins via TKO. If he can get the gas tank to an elite level, he is a serious threat to Ilya. Yeah, I don't deny that Ruffy can get there. And you guys have heard me say I've been a massive Ruffy enjoyer. I don't deny that he can get there. I think we just need to see a little bit more. But who knows? Like, you know what, Nacho? I'll say, who the fuck knows? Because I said we needed to see a little bit more from Joshua Van. And Joshua Van just put it on Brendan Royval with a broken toe. So, crazier things have happened. Maybe we are going to get so blessed by the MMA gods that we are going to see Ilia Topuria, the modern McGregor, versus the rebirth of McGregor with Ruffy, who has that classic McGregor long karate point striking style. Maybe we're going to be blessed by the MMA gods to actually see that late 2026, early 2027. And if we are, the levels of fucking hype, boys. The levels of fucking hype. No beef, Fatty. Urseg is a legend. Cannot be underestimated. Okay, I agree, but I think Ilya's boxing is going to be problems. These MMA fighters suck at boxing range. They do, Lord of the Fries. They do. Because they like to keep their range open because of how much is coming at them, right? Dougie, everyone better duck when I turn around. I don't want to hit you with my dick. Exactly right. I'm extremely Asian. Exactly right. You should see me at the bloody change rooms, mate. Knocking fucking tiles off the wall. The only one who can beat Ilya at 155 is Mekdek Orubai. He doesn't know when he's damaged. Seems like good boxing is a cheat code right now. I agree simply. I agree, Lord of the Fries. I think boxing has become the new stand-up meta to MMA. The new generation fighter versus the prehistoric fighter. I'm sorry it has to be you. I've got to knock you out. No, Dougie, I think Eric Picogram got on the sauce and started training at John Jones's gym since those KO losses and got 100% natty right back knee spots. I'm with you, friendless Norseman. We need our resident Tim, the Dr. Tim, to check out Pico's back. Tim reckons he can tell if someone's on steroids just by looking at the V-taper on their back, the Christmas tree. Is Islam named after his city, Makashka? He might be. He might be Lord of the Prize. That is a very I've just been thinking and I'm high sort of a sentence. Like, or as Reddit likes to call them, shower thoughts, which is just I'm kind of high right now. Do you think what I'm thinking? That's not a bad one, Lord of the Pies. I was saying against PFL Till Talent, Mobzar has 7 finishes. Right, thank you. Thank you, Friendless Norseman. Right, against the PFL level talent. Thank you, Friendless Norseman. Probably both named after the same person or thing. Yep. Orobai discovered fire. Orobai concrete spear. Orobai hunt. Orobai discovered fire. Orobai spear. Orobai hunt mammoth. Call me crazy, but I think Silva is a bigger threat for Ilya at featherweight than anyone at lightweight. Gene Silva is a bigger threat than anybody at lightweight. Arman Sarukian is a massive threat. Maybe. Yeah, these are the names. And I love that, like, the MMA community isn't so... What's up, Alpeg? How are you, dude? I love that the MMA community isn't so glazing Ilya Topuria that we're already seeing ways to defeat him. Jan Silva at featherweight. Ruffy at flyweight. Arman Sarukian. Like, there are, like, he is on another level right now, but people are already like, he's beatable. He's beatable, which is interesting because that's exactly what Ilya Topuria said as well, isn't it? Like, Ilya Topuria also said, like, I'm beatable. That's why I train so hard. You know, it's cool. It's cool. And it goes to show that it's not just the MMA community insanely glazing Ilya Topuria. They're like, he's so fucking good. Where are the matchups coming from in the future? Conor McGregor is coming back to clear out all the divisions. No, Shyla, I know you wish it was still 2016, but it isn't. It just isn't. Remember this. Although you did have your boy Usman win that night, so... Maybe. The old heads are doing well. His name is literally Islam Muhammad, Lord of the Pies, Mahashala, main city of Muhammad. Oh, there you go. Mahashala, main city of Muhammad. There you go. To be fair, Big Fatty, he's still my boy. Aspinall's walkout song should be a banging hip-hop beat with samples of John Jones's excuses for not fighting him. It would be fucking epic. That is a sick one, Alpeg. Like, just in between the beats, he's annoying to me. I don't want to fight him. If I'm going to take the risk, I want to be so heavily compensated. Dude, that should be Tom Aspinall's next walkout. Just sound bites of John Jones shitting fucking bricks. Based, Alpeg. Ilya versus Prime Chad Mendez. Ilya wins. Prime Chad Mendez couldn't destroy Conor McGregor. Impression of Kevin Holland asking Orobai if he knows what fire is. You don't know what fire is? You don't know what fire is. You know what a 45-70 is? What do you say? Now I'm in my ego. Now, how about fuck you? How about that? Silva plays too much. He might get chin. True, but it's an interesting conversation, right? It would be hilarious, but would be sad to see Silva chin during an emote. Yes, as he's pointing to the crowd, Ilya just steps in. Ha! And it's over. I'm telling you right now, JDM KOs Islam back to lightweight just to get starched by Ilya Topuria. I think so, Atomic. That's the timeline I'm seeing in my head, dude. I feel like someone who could beat Ilya apart from Islam is someone who is a jiu-jitsu specialist. I feel like someone who could beat Ilya apart from Islam is someone who is we just saw him on the ground with the jiu-jitsu. Simply, we just saw him on the ground with the guy that has the most submissions in UFC history. How much more of a taller, lankier, rangier, the most submissions in UFC history? How much more of a jiu-jitsu specialist do we want to see? We've seen him in there against Ryan Hall. We've seen him in there against Bryce Mitchell. I think Ilya Topuria, and I was saying this simply, going into UFC 317, the one thing we don't know about Ilya Topuria is this mythical jiu-jitsu that he came into the UFC with, but we haven't really seen it proved at the highest level. I think now we have 3 examples spanning across the entire spectrum, right? Like, Ryan Hall is the name you're getting off the Contender Series. Bryce Mitchell is the name you're getting somewhere in the rankings, 10 to 15. Charles Oliveira is as elite as jiu-jitsu gets in the UFC. I know Ryan Hall's a bum. That's why I'm putting him right there by that entry level. You know what I mean? That you just come off the Contender Series. G'day, here's Ryan Paul. You're looking at getting into the rankings, that 10 to 15 section. G'day, here's Bryce Mitchell. Now we're talking about elite level jiu-jitsu. Here's fucking Charles Oliveira, mate. Let's start off with a judo throw and see how you get out of it. So yeah, simply kudos. I think I think we've answered that question, bro. Islam Dakashev. Oh, that's good. That's good, Atomic. That's good, man. I would fucking go off. It would, Alpeg, dude. My girl Rose won that night, but my boy Cody lost. Yeah, but your boy Usman won, you know? So it's not all bad, Shyla. You know, the ups and downs of being an MMA fan, mate. Someone with a nice freestyle wrestling entry is better than Royce, who could get Ilya down and have top control. I think that's the way. He looked like he struggled on the bottom a little bit. Not too much. I mean, he was still able to flow and get out of there. Oralby, I know what a 45-50... Oralby, I know what speed. I know speed, 45 inches to 70 inches. Leave my girl Thug Rose alone. Ryan Hall is a bum. I think Ilya versus Islam could either be one of the most entertaining fights or a very boring WrestleFest fight. Again, I don't think it would be a boring WrestleFest because they're so high level. You know, simply kudos when we watch like Aljamain Sterling versus Movzar Evloev. It was all grappling, but it was fucking awesome grappling. Or Paddy Pimblett versus Jordan Levitt. It was all grappling, but it was like high level you know what I mean? Like there are some where they're so good and they cancel each other out, it actually becomes kind of exciting. Funnily enough, Oralby is a lawyer. Dougie impression of Oralby opening arguments. I'm convinced he's just Vandal Savage in disguise. Sir, would you like to make your opening arguments? Fuck, man, there's no doubt in my mind that Islam would have gotten meme KO badly. We missed it. We did miss it, Mitch. It's true. Dustin was Max's first fight in the UFC. Now Max is going to be Dustin's last fight. Cinema. We're so back, boys. If only the rest of the card was good, right, mate? If you only saw Ryan Hall fight once and it was against Ilya, it would be a complete meme. Had some decent win. I know. That's why I'm like, you know, notice where I'm putting everyone in the rankings of, like, the test as you go up. You're right, Dougie. Fuck, Ilya is good. He's fucking good. Simply Curtis. That's what I'm saying, mate. He's fucking good, mate. He's been tested. He wasn't great, but you might have to lose your meniscus to it. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, Ryan Hall's not high level, but if you're coming off the Contender Series and you're not competent, Ryan Hall is taking your kneecaps with you. He's done it before to lesser guys. Like, Ryan Hall goes right there. He goes right there, and Ilya passed it with flying colors. And then, yeah, Bryce Mitchell, you know, he's not the best, but he's not the worst. He's about 20 to 10, you know, that 15. And if you fuck up with Bryce Mitchell, he's taking your kneecap with you. Ilya's passed all the tests all the way up to jiu-jitsu. He's ticked all the boxes all the way. And again, and you guys know that, like, you guys like to do your pound for pound. A lot of it is resume and legacy. I like to do my pound for pound with a little bit of resume and legacy mixed in with a little bit of skill. You know, one of the big things of me not putting Alex Pereira high up on the pound for pound list last year was the fact that he is just a low kick with a devastating hook. He's got no takedowns. He's got no ground game. He's got no jiu-jitsu. Ilya Topuria has ticked all the MMA boxes. All the MMA boxes. Ilya Topuria's ticked all of them. The cardio, the speed, like the cardio in the Emmett fight. He didn't lose any cardio. The chin, he gets clipped by Emmett. He gets clipped by Charles Oliveira. Alexander Volkanovski's hitting him on the first round. Alexander Volkanovski's not exactly a sleeper specialist, but Bryce Emmett is a sleeper specialist, and Ilya Topuria is surviving. So you got chin, you got grappling, you got striking, you got the jiu-jitsu. Like, Ilya Topuria is fucking ticking every box that we have. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. He's insane. He's so fucking good, it's insane. What's up, Kenny? How are you, brother? It's insane. Where was I at? Sorry. Islam Sexishev. That's funny, Eric. Good one, man. Friendless Northman. Didn't mean to say it at the end. All good. Armin versus Gamrot. Yeah, they tried to make that fight. Armin turned it down. Ruffin Stoltz versus Danny Sabatello 2. There you go. Dougie's chimping out. I did have a bit of a chimp out. Who does Dougie desperately want to see get KO'd that would make him edge? Ooh. Gamrot. Brady. Imavov. I've had so many fucking boring nights at the Apex because of these cunts. I want to see them die. Impression of Oralby clicking and grunting to Joe Rogan at a post-fight interview. Mektic Oralby, that was a great performance. Did he do anything that surprised you tonight? Everyone get out of here. He could rip your fucking arms off. I want to see Ilya take out a striker in the lightweight division. Impressive what he did to Charles. Doesn't mean he can do that to all of the lightweights. I agree, Carpathiast. I know. We need to see him play around a little bit. I want to see him versus Armin. Armin is still the gold standard lightweight test to me right now. Armin's the test. I want to see him versus Armin. But I could see Ilya defending the takedown, and Islam resorts to cage smushing to avoid most of it. That could happen as well. Yeah, of course, that could happen as well. It just turns into a shitty grappling like Kamaru Usman Masvidal stomps against the cage. It could. Ryan proved that leg locks only work if you are setting them on jiu-jitsu black belt specialists. Yeah, you've got to accept a leg lock happening to you. But if you just know that I'm not going to allow this leg lock to happen, like Ilya Topuria, like so many MMA fighters do now, you just stand up and get out of them. Oroblai and Tito Ortiz could create something that took us back. If Oroblai and Tito Ortiz were to come into the same vagina, the thing that would come out of it would be so prehistoric. They would have to open up a real-life Jurassic Park just for that creature. Ryan Hall proved that... I just did that one. There's a rumor of Paddy versus Gaethje. So Ilya versus Armin next, or Armin one more fight first. Rinaldi, IDX, I think they're going to do the call-around. They're going to do the great call-around and see who says yes to what. There is a rumor, but it is just a rumor. So we're still waiting to see, mate. Excuse me. Oh, that tasted like hot dogs. Oh my god, I've still got so many hot dogs in me. Impression of Oroblai getting a T-Rex down with a spear. The only box Ilya hasn't ticked is the head kicks, but everything else he's got. True, Mitch. Very true, yep. Armin back of the line. Ilya fights the winner of Gaethje versus Paddy. Armin's already done his thing, yeah. I know it's a tough one, isn't it? I'd like to see Armin for the meritocracy. Ilya run is surely pound for pound worthy, I reckon. He's one or two. He's one or two, depending how you want to argue it. I mainly consider skill. I said Ilya was better than everyone before he was ranked. There you go. Lord of the Pies absolutely called it. What's up, Kenny? Good to see you, brother. I hope you're well, dude. Imagine Gamrot getting a title shot off robbing Armin again. I'd be very upset. I hate Gamrot. I hate him. Good to see Ilya get his flowers. People were irrationally hating him and anyone who liked it. Well, because he's such a smug... It's not that he's smug, it's just that he's so confident it irks people. He's annoying to them. He's annoying to them. The way that he's just so... Charles Oliveira, I'm sorry it has to be you. I like you, but this is going to happen. Brady is our only hope for an American champ. Yes, Alex, yes. Back to thinking you need to define how pound for pound is differentiated from favorite when you talk about Pereira. I agree, Ilya should be at the top with Islam at the moment. That's why Ilya and Islam right now, they're sort of interchangeable, you know, like skill set. Even before when Nacho's talking about Islam Makhachev's legacy is kind of ruined because of the calendar and the scheduling that he got. Because Charles Oliveira pulled out. Because... Armin Sarukian pulled out, you know, because he got Volk on short notice. It hurts Islam's legacy, and we always knew that was going to happen, which is why I was begging the UFC to allow the Armin fight to finally happen. Fans acted like Ilya hit a pregnant lady and ran. Like, bro, calm down, mate. I know. The amount of glaze that John Jones gets and Ilya Topuria gets shat on just for being confident, I hate it. Do you think Topuria has a chance against Paddy? Oh, yeah, I think Topuria sleeps Paddy. I'm extremely Asian. I think he sleeps him, mate. My number 3, pound for pound, is Ilya, Merab, and then Pantoja. So I'd go Islam, Ilya. Feel free to swap him. If I had to put out a pound for pound, like if I was forced to give you a pound for pound, I'm putting Ilya Topuria as number 1. I'm putting Islam Makhachev as number 2. I'm putting Pantoja as number 3. I'm putting Merab as number 4. I think Pantoja's got a better skill set than Merab. I think Merab just cardio maxes. So I'm putting Pantoja as number 3. I'm putting Merab as number 4. If I had to hand in a pound for pound, which I do, because I'm an MMA YouTuber and you guys asked me, and I have a pound for pound. I actually have a pound for... Funnily enough, I bloody have a pound for pound right here, boys. I have a pound for pound right bloody here, actually. We can hand in my pound for pound. We didn't get to finish this yesterday because I was filling myself full of hot dogs. But yeah, but believe it or not, chat, the MMA YouTuber does have a pound for pound list that he can hand in right now. And we didn't get to do it yesterday. So here's my pound for pound. I'm going Ilya, I'm going Pantoja, I'm going Merab. The rest is sort of, you know, floating. The rest is sort of floating. So if I was to do a pound for pound, this is exactly how it would look. This is the Dougie's Corner pound for pound list, as it were. Musical had to postpone the onions until tomorrow. Seems like Giuliano is refusing his part of the bet. Chatterhead, this is why I was determined to get it done. Like, if I make a bet with you guys, I expect you guys to pay me within the week. And if I lose the bet, I'm making the 3.5 hour video as soon as I can. I'm eating the 12 hot dogs as soon as I can. If I can't finish the 12 hot dogs, I'm fucking putting them in Tupperware and I'm eating them at work the next day. I have quite literally, Chatterhead, and I would love to be making this up because my stomach is in so much pain and I have no energy. My body's not designed to live off 12 hot dogs. I have eaten nothing but hot dogs since I started the stream yesterday. And as I was saying at the start of the stream, I enjoyed a dirty kebab on Sunday night after the pay-per-view. Since Sunday night, since that fit meal I ate on Sunday during the pay-per-view that you guys all saw, I have eaten nothing but a dirty kebab and 12 hot dogs. And it's 4 p.m. on Tuesday, and my guts are in pain, and I am exhausted. I have no real energy in my body. I hate my life, and I cannot wait to eat a fucking salad. I cannot wait to eat a salad and a steak. So, yeah, Cheddarhead, that's what's up. T-Rex fight caveman. This is known mountain man called T-Rex. A T-Rex can't fight caveman. He's a chicken. Shalom, shalom, monkey. Gio let us down, apparently. So what was the bet with Gio, with Giuliano Ahente, Cheddarhead? Ilya absolutely smashes our beloved and knows what he's going to do. That's why we don't like him. He's fucking undeniable now. That's what it is, Alpeg. Like, it is what it is, man. You know, like, they're our favorites. It's our Volky poo, you know? It's our Max Holloway. These are our favorites. It's Charles Oliveira. These are the most beloved fighters in MMA. And Ilya Topuria just looks at them, apologizes, and then fucking sleeps them brutally, sips some tea, and hands them a rose. It's disrespectful is what it is, chat. Thank you, Cheddarhead, for the $10, man. I appreciate you, brother. Good on you, Dougie. Good on you, Cheddarhead. Thank you, dude. I would hate to be known as a fucking MMA YouTuber that doesn't do his bets. That's embarrassing, man. How can you do that, dude? How can you be a shit talker and not stick to the talking of the shit that you've done? It's fucking embarrassing. He was meant to eat a Mario costume and eat a pint of ricotta. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. If you make a bet, you fucking stick to the bet, man. It's embarrassing, dude. And I couldn't live with myself if I didn't honor the bet. So 12 hot dogs were eaten, Cheddarhead. So thank you for the $10, man. You didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? You won. You didn't have to pay me $10. And plus, you've also paid me $1 for every hot dog that I've eaten. So you've also paid me $12 because you were giving me dollar donations every time I was eating a hot dog yesterday as well. So thank you, Cheddarhead. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much, man. I have Ilya above Islam too. Yeah, the way he never goes to a decision makes him even better. It makes him even scarier, right? You agree with my pound for pound. Thank you, Alpag. I'm putting Dougie as number 5. Thank you, Spectronominus. I appreciate it. Skynet, what's up, dude? Sorry I didn't see you here in the live chat. My bad, dude. How are you, Skynet? How are you, brother? G'day, legends, bro. Lighting is perfect. Keep it this way. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Chad's face. Ilya with the Chad face. You gotta have Ilya with the Chad face at this point, Skynet. I think Ilya might be number 1 pound for pound. There's more significant difference between Ilya and Islam striking compared to their grappling. I agree, simply kudos. I agree, dude, yeah. Marab has beaten so many champs, I got him above Islam. Fair enough. Like, the top 4 is very neck and neck right now. Volk above Aspinall all day. Yep, that's a change up I gotta make. That's a good point. Like, no, Volk not above Aspinall. No, Volk's been slept and won the belt back against Diego Lopez. Tom Aspinall has worked through 6 of the top 10 of his division in under 7 minutes, I think it is, or an average of 7-minute fight time. He's defeated by Curtis Blades via injury and then went and won that back. Tom Aspinall is the true heavyweight champion. John Jones won it off Cyril Gane, who got knocked down by Tai Tuivasa and lost to Alexander Volkov. Tom Aspinall is the reigning defending heavyweight champion who has beaten 6 of the top 10 in his division in about 7 minutes of fighting time. I've got to put Tom Aspinall ahead of Alexander Volkanovski. Alexander Volkanovski is a TKO machine who is phenomenal. who's just won his belt back against Diego Lopez. I got to give it to Tom, I reckon, Alex. Sorry, dude. I'll put Aspinall at 8 and move everybody else. Okay, all right. Sean O'Malley is the easiest fight Maraba's had his years, and he was a champ. I know, it's insane, isn't it? Dougie's man of his word. You gotta be, brother. You gotta be. It's heavyweight. It is heavyweight. I'm convinced Ilya can beat Bilal. Ilya might be able to sleep Bilal. Yes, Skynet, maybe. Where's DDP? Number 8. Yep. The only one that stands out to me is Aspinall. I don't think he should be in it, but that's because I define pound for pound differently. I love Tom as a fighter, though. Fair enough, Capatheist. Yep, fair enough. Impression of Oroblai in his village, seeing a Mongol horde approach. Gillian, I don't know when we did that one. I don't mind Aspinall in the pound for pound. He's a decent grappler and got decent hands, and he's quick for a big man, but he's still at number 8. Okay, W for Chedad. If Islam somehow defeats JDM pretty easily, it could be cool if during the Islam versus Ilya build-up, they frame it as racing to be the GOAT. They're constantly upping each other's accomplishments. That's a good one, Simply Kudos, because... who's your favorite member and why is it? It's you, Bilal's good eye, because you're a working class man, mate. You're a legend. Plus, how is the fucking Muay Thai going? Welder, Warrnambool, Muay Thai, based, weed smoker, has the UFC DVDs on his shelf. Bilal's good eye is fucking phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, this is the other question, right? Ilya Topuria becomes champ, knocks out some goats, wins a second belt. Do we start considering him in the top 20 of the GOAT list? Like, has Ilya Topuria entered the top 20 of the GOAT list? What's up, Mikes? How are you, dude? Sorry I didn't see you over here in the live chat. I hope you're well, dude. Glizzy Overdrive. I'm in Glizzy Overdrive. I love how Ilya is speedrunning this shit. Let him crack 170 after one more at 155. Why the fuck not? I mean, we let Conor McGregor do it. Why can't Ilya do it? Of his division, and only ever will be in his division. Tom Aspinall can only be great in his division. True. Tom retired John Jones without even fighting him. It's true, he did. He did, man. 5 of those 6 were fat blobs. Heavyweight is not comparable to flyweight. I know, Alex, but you gotta, like, define it by the pool that you're swimming in. What's up, Ray K? How are you, dude? Like, a lot of people consider Mighty Mouse the GOAT, but his resume isn't great because of the pool that he's swimming in. Like, Tom Aspinall has completely outshone the pool that he's not just doing good in heavyweight. He is doing amazing in heavyweight. If Aspinall smashes Garn good and proper makes it John Jones' title look even worse, it does, Alpeg, absolutely. People forget, man, Dougie couldn't eat 12 hot dogs. What's up, Christian Grey? I did eat 12 hot dogs. It just took me 24 hours to do it, but I did eat 12 hot dogs. Fair enough, but Ilya got fucked up by the bum Herbert. Great fighters get caught sometimes. Yeah, that's true, Spectronomist. Yep. Ilya absolutely smashes Bilal. I don't think Ilya sleeps Bilal, but he fucking hurts him bad. Okay, fair enough. You tried so hard and got so far, and in the end... Yeah, I tried, mate. Could Ilya pull off a JDM-like performance with his T-Rex arms? Absolutely, I think he could. Absolutely. Oh, Mike, thank you for the $5, dude. Impression of you after ending the Glizzy stream. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to shit again. This is how MMA Joey feels reading our comments. I need mum. I gotta turn my webcam on and send it to my brother so I don't die. I need my brother to watch me sleep so I don't die. That's how I felt, Mike. It wasn't good, mate. It wasn't good. Thank you for the $5, dude. I appreciate it. Ilya is definitely in the top 20 of the GOATs. I want to see what's next for Ilya's victim. People labeled him as a legend killer now. It's true, Ray. He really is a legend killer right now. Bro, Ilya is already top 20 GOAT lift off those 3 massive wins. He's top 50 right now, probably just depends on how his career ends. Ilya has already succeeded most of the top 20. Not going to lie, I haven't been to Muay Thai in a couple of weeks. My knee is already hurt. That's all right, Bilal. I don't blame you, dude. This is why I don't train after long work days. It's insane the recovery that you need. I don't know how my mates do it. Shout out to them. His resume isn't great. Who did I say his resume isn't great? Who did I say his resume isn't? Who was I referring to there, Capatheus? Just say the name down quickly so I can read it. Dougie, what is your prediction for Lewis versus Teixeira? It's interesting, isn't it? Teixeira, what's he on his 3rd fight in the UFC? 2nd fight in the UFC? Lewis can carry the power late into the 2nd. Big step up for Big step up for Mighty Mouse. I mean, Mighty Mouse's resume, people shit on Mighty Mouse. People say Mighty Mouse's resume isn't great, Carpathius. Whenever I bring him up as the GOAT, people say his resume isn't great. Usually, I'd be picking the crafty man Lewis, usually. But Derek Lewis is so happy to go to sleep whenever his chin gets touched. But it's such a big step up for Teixeira. Right now, I'm leaning Teixeira, but I haven't got it locked in, Shyla. But right now, I'm leaning Teixeira. Because I think Lewis is just too happy to accept his chin getting touched. Respect to finishing the glizzies. Thank you, Chris. Ilya, what are your top 3 best pound-for-pound cultures for food? Ilya, what are your top 3 pound-for-pound best cultures for food? What are you, Spectronominous? Ilya, what are your top 3 pound-for-pound best? I don't know what you mean. I need mum. That's what I said. That was a goated stream. I can't wait for part 2. There will never be a part 2. There might be a part 2. Only Khabib, Weidman, and Ilya were undefeated champs. He's already exceeded most of the top 20 GOATs. Only Khabib, Ilya, and Weidman were undefeated champs. Ooh, what's more cringe out of Kai's face or Ian Gary's personality? Kai's face is more cringe than Ian's personality. Ian, you can hear him talk sometimes and you don't want to rip your eyes out. Kai Kara France, he just can't be normal for a second. No, you're right. You're right, Lord of the Fries. Yep, Nacho's cooking. Nacho's absolutely cooking, especially with the impressions tonight. Nacho's killing it, dude. I don't like Aspinall, but I've migrated to apathy after he said he doesn't want to see his dogshit division juice up to actually be competition. I don't like Aspinall, but I've migrated to apathy after he said he doesn't want to see his dogshit division juice up to actually be competition. No, I like Aspinall. I've always liked Aspinall, so I'm happy you're coming across, Norseman. But yeah, Aspinall is just, he said the right things. Like he wants to put John Jones behind him. He wants to fight for the proper belt. He's doing all the right things in all the right ways. I'm obviously a big fan of Aspinall and what he's putting out there for us. All right, chat, we've gone for well over an hour. We've gone for an hour and 20 minutes. I am not going to charge you guys for the stream, but I am going to start fishing for subscribers. So I'm sorry to do this to you, chat. I appreciate all of you being here with me thus far in the stream. You guys are legends. We will talk about the GOAT list. We'll continue to stay live. We'll continue to talk about the GOAT list. We'll try and get to the card builder. I'll stay live for a little while longer, but I'm not going to charge you for it. But what I am going to do is switch it over. Chat. We are going to be switching it over, chat. Vertical stream time, absolutely right. Vertical stream time, it's absolutely right. Aspinall, no GOAT competition. Aspinall's got no competition right now. Absolutely none. Let me just make sure the vertical is ticked over properly. I'm still here, just came back to say I'm not paying you your other $18 because you couldn't even eat 12 hot. I mean, I did eat the 12 hot dogs, but it's fine. You don't have to pay me. You don't have to pay me, Tim. It's all good, man. I appreciate it, dude. You don't have to pay me, brother. It's all good, mate. I did eat the 12 hot dogs, though. To be fair, I did eat the 12 hot dogs. Are we live in vertical? No, not yet. That's all right. We will get there. It will update when it updates. Where was I at? You're going to do a longer stream? I'll be live for a little bit longer. Not true, a lot of the Pies, Machida are undefeated. I don't think Rashad or Machida got any defense. I think Lyoto Machida... No, he had one defense, but it was a bit of a robbery, I reckon. It's hard to get the proper rest in when you're working a trade every single day. Exactly, Bilal. That's why I respect my friends so much that do it. Did Ben Askrin get a new transplant? Ben Askrin did get a new lung. He's got 2 new lungs, which is awesome. Surprising how few champs have been undefeated. Dude, it's really, really, really fucking rare. Lewis via artery clogging? Exactly, dude. Lewis is just so comfortable just giving up. It's not good. Those people have no argument. Yeah, he's got the most impressive record by far. But I don't like the people that he fought. They just don't think that flyweight was that thick, that good. They don't underestimate Lewis's power and cardio. I know, I agree. But the other thing I've learned is never overestimate Derek Lewis's chin. You know what I mean? On a scale of 4 to 17, how were your poops? Not good. I'm going to be drinking water and Fiber. Water, fiber, and multivitamins for the rest of the night. Water, multivitamins, and fiber for the rest of the night. I'm not in a good way, Larry. I'm not in a good way at all. I came home and I passed out. My body needs a way better fuel source than just 12 hot dogs and a dirty kebab. I'm not in a good way at all. I can't wait for a salad and a steak. Maybe tonight, maybe just tomorrow morning. We'll see how my body reacts. All right, we're vertical now. We've ticked over now. We are now officially vertical. All right, cool. On a scale, we've done that one, we've done that one, we've done that one, we've done that one, we've done that one. Wrong! Kane was an undefeated champ. Rashad and Machida were... Also, when they got to the belt, they were undefeated. Yeah, okay, I'm with you. I'm Pantoja's father. After 4 title defenses, I can now say, are you proud of me now, Dad? I worked so hard for this. Lyoto Machida. Vertical stream time. King of Perth will meme KO Makhachev MMA. JDM. It's in the fists. Aspinall's got no competition. That's not fair to say he's got no competition, but Cyril Gahn, maybe. We'll see how Cyril Gahn improves. You never know. And Jalton Almeida, you never know. I'm still here, just came back. Cool. Mark Coleman, there you go. Mark Coleman. Pereira is bulking up. He might end up fighting us, but he might, dude. Pereira might just say, fuck it, I'm never going to beat Magomed Ankalaev. And he won't, so we'll find out. What's up, Monster Meat Mac? How are you, dude? Good to see you, man. The way the stream works is I read every single person's chat. Welcome to the channel, dude. Dougie is undefeated, 12-0. I ate all 12 of those hot dogs in a row. I didn't eat anything else except hot dogs. Technically, I did the bet. There was no time limit on the belt. I ate every single one of them. He's huge right now, like them all. Time to do Dougie's favorite thing and transit. No, Chris. All right, stop it, mate. He liked them all. I did not like them all. Yep. Plot twist, he lives off hot dogs. I do not live off hot dogs. It's good having something real to rip over you over. Eating the rest of today is a consultation fulfillment of the bet. It is a consultation fulfillment of the bet. But you know how it is, Tim. You got to respect your online bets, mate. Askrin got 2 new longs and Dougie can't even get a new subscriber. We might get a new subscriber. We'll see. Izzy was an undefeated champ in MMA. Not in fighting, but yes, in MMA. Rob could have donated 10 spare lungs. He bloody could have. What's up, everybody? Welcome. My name's Dougie. I do an MMA stream and a video every single day of the week. What's up, Moshunt? What's up? What's up, new guys? What's up, Chance Cote? Welcome to the stream. The way the stream works is I read every single person's chat. If you want to donate a super chat, you can skip the queue. Welcome to the stream. Like the stream. If Izzy was an undefeated champ, we did that one. Breaking news. After 26 years, SpongeBob finally got his license on the last episode. Well done to SpongeBob. Are they wrapping up SpongeBob? That's sad to see. Revolted against Vertical. It's good for the stream, mate. So Ngannou Aspinall, right? I hope so, Monster Meat Mac. I truly do. I truly bloody do. Although it depends. Francis Ngannou has got 1 fight left at the PFL, so we'll just see, mate. JDM is undefeated in the UFC. Yeah, but he's not undefeated in MMA. You know what I mean? Bilal's good. So when they got to the belt, they were undefeated. Doug Else, what could undefeated mean? I mean, run. Like, I thought they meant retire as undefeated, Nacho. I thought they meant fighters that had retired undefeated. Gahn is going to get rugby tackled. Yes, he is. He's going to get absolutely destroyed. Doug scored the fight for Alex over Ank and act like he has no chance of beating it. Sand scenes from the... I did, but I don't... I think Alex Pereira did as good as he's going to do, Nacho. I think he did as good as he's going to do, and I think Magomed Ankalaev is going to improve. I think he's just going to get better and more confident. So yeah, I don't like it. What's up, Average AR? Welcome to the stream, man. My name's Dougie. I do an MMA video every single day of the week. The way the chat works is I read every single person. So welcome to the queue. If you want to skip the queue, you can donate. Hello, Moshant King. I think where you went wrong with the massive buns you bought, it looked like 90% bun and 10% dog. Yeah, that could have been a fuck up, Mr. C. I shouldn't have done it. I just shouldn't have done it. Mate, you're shouting. Does Paddy survive against Topuria? And is it final? It's not final, and no, Paddy does not survive against Topuria. Let me try and move the microphone back, dude. Hello from India. G'day, India. How you going? Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm. You see MMA Joeys more. You see Joeys more than sharks. Yes, I see Joeys all the time, especially if I'm able to get in a Saturday run up in the mountains. I see Joeys all the time. Dougie here, scooting for the views. I'm scooting over for the views, mate. This spiel was absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. Super necessary. I want Ilya versus Conrot. I don't know what you mean by Conrot. Do you mean Gamrot? Is that what you're saying? Average AR? You want Ilya versus Gamrot? I don't. I hate Gamrot. One of my least impressive fighters. Nothing changed on my end. It just made the picture smaller. Refresh Capatheist. What's up, San Diego Bullboards? How are you? Good to see you. I can't remember the exact quote. Hello to India. Hello, India. He had a dog shit performance and still won rounds. How is that the best that he can do? Because I think that dog shit performance that he had, Nacho, was the best performance that he can have against a man of Magomed Ankalaev's skill set. I don't know how else to say that. It's very hard for the rangy kickboxers, Alex Pereira, to commit to their rangy kickboxing. What's up, Mark? Good to see you. To commit to their rangy kickboxing when they're worried about the takedown and the smush. I know he shucked off all the takedowns and the smush, but it's about the fight in the back of their head. It freaks them out and they can't get their combinations going. That's just you hating. It's not me. I'm not hating, dude. I'm being deadly serious. I think Alex's kicks did nothing to Magomed. Overrated kicks. They're not overrated. Magomed just took them all. Just took them all. Instagram deep. Oh, you want my Instagram? Dougies.corner. Dougies.corner. Ever seen an MMA Joey in the wild? I've not seen an MMA Joey in the wild. I don't think MMA Joey's ever been in the wild. Mountains in Australia, you're killing me. Well, you know, they're not exactly high peaks, but they're called mountains here. Going on, big fella? Nothing, mate. Just MMA YouTubing. What's going on with you, Mark? The leg is done, man. He can't take any more of those. That's just you hating. I'm not hating. I think Topuria versus Gaethje would be a fun fight. I think it would be a fun fight too. I think Gaethje will get slept, but Gaethje's always in there to try and get the collar tie going and the uppercut. So yeah, I think it'd be a fun fight too, dude. Alex Pereira is too scared and needs to stop the stupid Nana drama videos and get to fucking work. You're absolutely right, Average AR. I don't know if he's scared, but I just think he needs to fucking lock in because this is his hardest test in all of MMA. It's crazy how much of a hatred of Alex clouds your judgment. OG chat remember you crying when Alex KO'd Jamal. I wasn't crying, and I don't hate Alex Pereira. I just think he did the best that he can do, mate. How is this drawing subscribers? Because YouTube pushes this format better. Yeah, so Capatheus, right now, people are lying in bed on their mobile phones, just flicking through vertical, just shorts on YouTube, and YouTube will take a vertical stream and stick it into their shorts, so more people are going to see it. I can smell hot dogs from here. I smell like hot dogs. Cheddar-headed hates me. I'll definitely listen back. I'm digging the non-sex and cryptic shit from some of the new heads. Get fucked and have a good one. Get fucked, Timmy. Good on you, mate. How long is jail time anyway for kidnapping a Joey? I don't know, because we're allowed to hunt kangaroos, so maybe you just get a pass. Maybe it's just a don't do it. Kiss me through the phone, Tim, you mad fool. 45 in chat. I know, boys. We're getting to that point where we're going to have to start doing the secret streams just for the OGs. There's a Discord, and in the Discord, there's a channel. In the channel, it's called the VIP, and you can't buy your way into the VIP. Only the best of the very best chat members get involved in the VIP. Viewers doubled when you went, yep. Who does Poetan fight next? He's going to be fighting Alex Pereira. Chance Cote. Alex Pereira. That's retarded. Magomed Ankalaev, Chance Cote. Magomed Ankalaev, probably a UFC Abu Dhabi. So people are lying in bed scrolling with a dick in their hand. Probably, Cheddarhead. Disgusting. I think Ilya KO's Paddy, Arman, and Islam. Yes, and yes. I agree. I think he sleeps all of them. Absolutely all of them. How do you know when you're not at a gay barbecue? John Jones isn't there. Yay! I got the joke. If John Jones was there, it'd be a gay barbecue. The worst part of a vertical stream is accidentally swiping up and going to some autistic cunt's WWE action figure reaction stream with 47 trolls yelling at him in the chat. That sounds diabolical. Secret stream where we rewatch you twerking? No, mate. Absolutely bloody not. Who's next for Volk at featherweight? Well, either Yair Rodriguez or Movsar Evloev, depending on how retarded the UFC want to be. Quick and witty and not gay. Good on you. Thank you, Mike Lang. I'm feeling on today. It must be because I'm fueled by hot dogs. Right, now, what were we doing before? We were going to do this. We were going to do the pound for pound. Now, would you guys rather do, I know people hate this, would you rather do the pound for pound conversation, the card builder for the rest of the year, or figure out where Ilia Topuria goes in the GOAT list. It's totally up to you guys. What would you rather do? How about I do a poll? We'll do a poll. What would you like to do? For the rest of the year. What would you like to do? We can do the top 20 GOAT list and where does Ilia Topuria go in the top 20 GOAT list. Or we can do a card builder for the rest of the year. That's what we can do. I don't want to add any more options. I want to start my poll. I want to start my poll. Why can't I start my poll? Start my poll. Chat. That was zesty, wasn't it? Let me read some chats in the meantime, because now I've skipped a whole bunch of them. Let me read some chats in the meantime. Where was I at? Who's the next for Volk featherweight? Did that one. Quick and Witty did that one. Ilya beats Paddy. Goes for a super fight versus Islam. Goes up and beats Hamzat and retires. I don't think Ilia Topuria is going to beat Hamzat Chimaev. Average AR. Don't act like you don't twerk when Rob beat Ikra. I did have a little bit of a twerk for that one. That did deserve a little bit of a twerk. Absolutely. I always swipe to Dirty Barefoot. Okay, Cheddarhead. Volk versus Movzar, surely. Come on, UFC. Do the right thing, UFC. What's up, Sammy PP? I'm from Melbourne. You boys shouldn't have refreshed. I've still got the vertical rocking. The vertical should still be there. Bro, who's your favorite fighter? JDM, bro. It's in the fists. Nate Diaz isn't Mexican. He's Puerto Rican. Stop lying. There you go. Is his favorite fighter Juliana Pena? Absolutely not. Only at tax time. Marab and Pantoja over Islam Makhachev. No, Okadnap. Oh, no, dude. No. Impression of Oral by understanding Kaikara Francis Sucker. No chill, Ray. What's up? No chill. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you in the raid, brother. Charles Barnett is pound for pound best fighter in the world. Absolutely not. He can't even hop up and down. Cheddar just swiped and got a crazy fat bum listening to trap music. We are not the same. You're correct on the first meeting between a kickboxer and a grappler. But since Alex was able to shut down all the takedowns, I think he can approach it with much more confidence and have much more success. That is a good mindset to have for the Alex Pereira fans. I just humbly and respectfully disagree, Larry. Card builder. We'll do the card builder. 67% will build a card for the rest of the year. Thank you, Nacho. Absolutely killing it today as the mod. Ilya in the GOAT. Is he Dagestani now? I mean, he's knocked out 3 of the greats, Mr. C. I think they make a little blue pill for guys who have trouble starting their poll. Thank you, Larry. That's exactly what I needed. I needed a little blue pill to get me bloody poll going. Let me dream that Ilya is the GOAT. Stop doing cocaine. Never! I'm still on the normal stream. Refresh, Eric. Nacho's hella new compared to Western. Only watch vertical streams. What's up, Ben? Good to see you, dude. Ilya KO's Khabib in his prime. Agree. And KO's Conor McGregor. Does he KO Conor McGregor? I don't know. Conor McGregor's very rangy. It'd be a sick fight. Does he KO Khabib? No. Khabib takes him down and absolutely mauls him. Bring back Ronda Rousey? Absolutely not. We're trying to have a second golden age of the UFC. I don't know why Dougie does non-vertical streams, because the chat hate vertical streams. Impression of John Anik? Haha! Tonight, a caveman. Khabib be the king. Khabib was the king, that's for sure. Does JDM nullify Islam's grappling and piece him up with the hands? Yes, he does, Kotel. Let me ask you this, brother. If Islam Makhachev couldn't hold down a 32-year-old no-hip-having Dustin Poirier and couldn't hold down tiny little Alexander Volkanovski, what do you think he's going to do to JDM? And JDM was able to get up from underneath Bilal Muhammad. Islam Makhachev is fucked, mate. Found Dougie when he had -3 subs. Yeah, you did, Alex. What a based legend. Ilya wins flukes. He got lucky. No, Biz. You can't win 3 flukes in a row, mate. Calm down. Weston going at the mods. Weston loves being a mod, mate. Never refresh. Always refresh. Ilya got the GOATs too easily. Top 20 is arguable. It's just where in the top 20. That's why I thought we might bring it up, Carpathius, but we're not there yet. I hate when people call Ankalaev and Umar grapplers. They spend 90% of their fights on the feet. I agree, Mr. C. People forget, man. Magomed Ankalaev hasn't thrown any takedowns. He's a cage smudger at best. Gosh, I'm so clever. I even impress myself. Sometimes you're bloody good, Larry. I got some work. See ya. Simply kudos. Have a good one. I found Dougie before 3K subs, so I'm so OG. You guys are technically the OGs. Nah, chat ahead. Been there, done that. Everyone in the chat prefers vertical streams. They absolutely do not. 47 in chat. Dougie, surprise you don't do these verticals more. The chat hates the verticals, and just like I try and make you happy, chat ahead, by shoving 12 hot dogs into my face, I try and keep you guys happy with the flat lay streams because you guys prefer the flat lay streams. What is a streamer without his audience? You know what I mean? What is the stream without anyone to watch the stream? So if you guys don't like the streams, I won't do the streams. The argument is that Islam is much stronger at 170, so it's harder to defend the takedowns. Yeah, average, but we've already proven that with him being able to shuck off Bilal's takedowns, right? So, you know, it's kind of null and void, isn't it, dude? Right, these are our cards for the rest of the year, Chatterton. You've got UFC 320 in Las Vegas in October. We have got UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi in October. We've got UFC 322 in November and September. And we've got UFC 223 at the end of the year, obviously going to be back in Las Vegas. Let's start building some fucking sick cards, boys. Are we going to have Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison towards the end of the year somewhere? Or is it going to be the first card in December in Canada? It's probably going to be Canada. Suck dick, Canada. All right, Chad, we all prefer vertical. I want to see a Joey in real life so bad. I'm from Canada. Next time I'm up in the mountains, Mitch, I'll do another vertical stream and we'll do one. Dougie said we all prefer vertical. People don't compare vertical streams. Dougie is a man of democracy and honor. Absolutely not a man of democracy at all. I wish we didn't have democracy. No, I'm just a benevolent king. Are you British and are you proud of Tom Aspinall? I'm not British, I'm Australian, but I can still be proud of Tom Aspinall. People forget, man, JDM has his opponent changed 3 times and cut weight in 2 weeks in a row before fighting Basil Hafez, and Basil Hafez was never tested coming into the UFC. People forget, man. Very, very true, average. Very true, Mr. C. Bilal ain't Islam level, though. That's true, AR. That's a good point, man. Verticals are gay. All audiences are not created equal. Very true, Capathius. Dougie, do a poll and you'll see we all prefer vertical. I know the chat do not prefer vertical. I've had the feedback from the chat plenty of times, Ben, but I appreciate you. I found Dougie before he had 0 subs. True, Eric. We were boys and I messaged you. Oi, mate, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel, mate. If you don't refresh when Dougie switches, you can keep him horizontal. There you go. I don't like the cocky smirk of Topuria, but his work is absolutely undeniable. Volk, Holloway, Oliveira, he's KOing the legends in the game. I know, Kote. It's fucking insanity, isn't it? Bilal is no Islam. That's very true. I'm extremely Asian. People forget, man, I found this Aussie before 600 subscribers. You really did, Christian Grey, and I appreciate you being here the entire time, mate. You can't have negatives. You can't. They're trolling. Keep Canada's name out of your mouth. There's allowed to be more than one Canadian in here, Christian Grey. Come on, mate. Tighten it up, mate. You know there's allowed to be more than one Canadian in here, dude. Are you supporting JDM? Absolutely, Rana. I'm an Australian. JDM. It's in the fists. Basil Hafez was never my friend. Exactly. What can the UFC do to make Tom Aspinall a superstar? Hire Francis Ngannou. Pay the PFL $4 million. He's on a $2 million a fight contract. Hire Francis Ngannou. Set up Francis Ngannou versus Tom Aspinall in Africa. The battle for Africa. The colonizer versus the pushback. The colonizer versus the former sand miner in Africa. Rumble in the sand pit. Tom Aspinall, Francis Ngannou. This is what we need to do. Timothy, still an interim bum. He's not, mate. How can you be a John Jones dessert? In Africa. In a sand mine in Africa. This is how you sell the fight. Get it real spicy. Israel Adesanya DDP-esque. You know what I mean? Let's get it real. You ask me, how do you turn Tom Aspinall into a superstar? This is how you turn Tom Aspinall into a superstar. You go nuts with it. Timothy, I don't even care for John Jones either. Then what are you doing, mate? You're just a troll. Dougie just trying to poll. Literally, we said we like the vertical. You a fan of Paulo Costa? No, I'm a fan of Paulo Costa's Twitter, and that's about it. Thought you were going to say communist for a second. Monarchy, I can ignore it. There you go. No, dude, I hate communists. I filmed Dougie's first video. Yeah, you did, mate. Yeah, of course, Ank is a striker, not a grappler. I was purely speaking about the concept in general. Also, at first, I typed someone with good grappling, but it was too many characters. That's fair enough, Larry. I understand, dude. People forget, man, I've been here since 1,100 subs. You're one of the OGs. Not a fellow Canadian. You dissed Canistan, you dingbat. I would never dissed Canistan, mate. I think Sean Brady is the dark horse of the welterweight division. He is the dark horse. Well, he's not the dark horse. He's the number one contender. So, but I just don't like Sean Brady. I think he's boring. But yeah, he is damn good. It's me fucking birthday. Yeah, happy fucking birthday, Justin Kennedy. Good to have your name back as well, dude. Can you say JDM? It's JDM. It's in the kiss. I got it, though. We're sucking big Jessica Andres. Okay. Dougie is breaking records in views today. It is quite crazy having this many views. It's insane. I don't care for John Jones either. Fair enough. Happy birthday, Justin. Francis' opponents get 2 million. He makes more than that. Well, however much it is, Weston, pay the fee for Francis Ngannou. Timothy, have you had your head under a rock? Calm down, mate. You do a poll and if chat wants Alexa Grasso to give him a foot job. No, Yog. I don't really think Tom Aspinall is a working class northernizer of a colonizer family. It doesn't matter, mate. We just need it for the storyline. Have it as the colonizer going to Africa to beat up Francis Ngannou. Where was I at? I've missed out today. DDP could win, to be honest. I think DDP will win, mate. Dougie vertical, are we right? We're already doing a vertical. Ain't no way Ngannou is coming back to the UFC. He had a meeting with Hunter Campbell. He might, mate. Justin's turning 73 today. What an old man Justin is. Bring back colonization. Thank you so much, Moody Wizard, for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a goddamn legend, dude. I appreciate you for the $10, man. Thank you, brother. You're a legend, dude. The levels of racism you exhibit never cease to amaze me. Sometimes you just got to play in the pool. You know what I mean? KO'd Pavlovich and subbed Volkov. He's a superstar. Who's the dark and the white horse of welterweight? The dark horse of welterweight is probably Miles Morales, and the white horse of welterweight is JDM. Joe Rogan is a biased commentator. I know, it's insane, mate, isn't it? It really pisses me off. Happy birthday to Justin. Cheds, I'll have you know that I'm 21 years young. Ooh, Kennedy, it's time to start plowing. Say JDM, it's in the kiss, and then blow a kiss to the camera. No. How many fake subs did you have when I got here, mate? I think I had 20 subs, Weston, when you first got here. I come respectfully, my opinion, don't disrespect. Sorry, Timothy, my mistake, dude. I apologize. Usually it's a bit of banter back and forth with the chat, but you're new here. I didn't know what levels you like to play on, Timothy. My bad, brother. No way Justin is younger than you. I think Paddy can beat Topuria. What do you think? I don't think Paddy can beat Topuria. I think Paddy always gets touched on his chin. He leaves his chin too high, and Paddy Pimblett's absolutely going to sleep him. Everybody, I can see I got 46 people here. A lot of you guys are new. I see a lot of new names in the chat. My name is Dougie. I do an MMA video every single day of the week, and I try and go live at least 3 times a week. And on the live streams, we do fun things like this, where we do Q&As and do card builders. We do tier lists and that kind of stuff. If you like the MMA Guru, if you like Lucas Tracy, if you like MMA channels of that kind of ilk, subscribe to the channel. You'll never be let down, and if you are let down, you can always just fucking unsubscribe later. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Young bloody buck. Oh, also, if you want to skip the queue, I try and read everybody's chat. If you want to skip the queue, use the powers of capitalism and donate. I've got a second live stream here open. If anything, Muslims or Africans are like the modern day colonizers of England. That's true, Ben. Very true. If Islam wins against JDM, do you think Shavkat will be his first defense? If Islam wins against JDM, do you think Shavkat will be his first defense? No, I think Shavkat needs to get one more win. I think Tom Brady has done enough. So I think it'll be Sean Brady. I think it'll be Sean Brady, then one gel. Is Jimmy Crute the most soy Aussie? You know he might be the most soy Aussie out of the loss. Justin, you can go buy some beers now. Hey, what's up, Lorenzo Predicts? How are you, dude? Called the knee KO round 1. Okay, well done, Lorenzo Predicts. Fucking killing it, mate. Love you, Mr. Beast. I'm not Mr. Beast, but thanks, Paul. I've been able to buy 12 beers for 2 years. The legal age is 19 here. Get it, Justin Kennedy. Happy birthday, Dougie. Thank you, Mike Lang. My birthday is this month, but I'm not going to tell you when. JDM, it's in the JDM. He comes on the tits. Brady is too white to be the dark horse. Morales is the dark horse. Yeah, Morales is the dark horse. JDM is the White House. I said fucking subs, not fake subs. Jesus, mate. Sorry, Weston. That's on me, mate. I'm a real dickhead. Chedhead thinks everywhere 21 is the legal age. Well, at least Chedhead isn't like Movzar Evloyev thinking that 9 years old is the legal age. Dougie, give chat the intro to the Dougie-vert. Done it, Benny. Done it. Guys, his name isn't really Dougie. It's Bogdan. It's not Bogdan. Paddy can leave his chin high because Scalcers don't get knocked out. Ilya will shudder in fear when he realizes he can't shut off Paddy Pimlet's fucking lights, mate. No, I think you'll... I think Scousers can get knocked out. I think Paddy will get knocked out. Dougie is the Vladimir Lenin of MMA YouTube. So insanely based. JDM, rub the clit. Bogdan Scott, it's not Bogdan. As an American, Aussie humor is easily misunderstood by me. It is, dude. I know, Mr. C. Like, Aussies and Brits can play around with each other pretty easily, but Americans, they take it a little bit too... Joe Pfeiffer-esque, dude. But you have a good sense of humor about it. Boy, the most soy Aussies are terrible. Boy, are the most soy Aussies. They are terrible. Don't know what you're saying there, Ben. I might actually go see Tom Brady fight. Tom Brady. I know I screwed that one up completely. JDM, it's in the lips. Dougie, my back, even with 12 glizzies in it. I'm doing my best here, Cheddarhead. Bogdan. It's not Bogdan. I'm picking Lewis over Talshin. Is that bad? No, that's not bad. We were talking about that earlier, Lorenzo. We were talking about Lewis over to like, the step up is just too much, right? Like, what's Teixeira on? His second or his third fight in the UFC? And Lewis has got that crafty vet. Like, he can draw a heavyweight fight deep into the second round, which is about as far as they can draw it. But you know what I was thinking, Lorenzo? I don't trust Derek Lewis's chin anymore. Like, every time he gets touched on his chin lately, he's happy to just fall flat on his face like Johnny Walker. So... I don't know, dude. Like, if this was 2021, 2020, I'd be picking Derek Lewis. But we just saw the young up-and-comer, Van, put it on Brandon Royval. Like, these young guys, like Miles Morales stepping up and destroying Gilbert Burns. Like, these young guys are doing so fucking good, you know what I mean? So I don't know yet, dude. Tell the chat about the Dougie characters. You got Zesty Dougie. You got Evil Dougie. You got Beanie Dougie. Paddy Pimlich, mate. What's up, Tunesy boys? How are you, dude? Did you ever get all 12 done? I got all 12 done today at lunch. I took them to work. Tell me when your birthday is, or we make you a hot dog cake for your 50th? No, absolutely not. Here comes another hot dog. Okay, cool. All right. We're alive. We're doing good. We're alright. Where's Justin? Too many names in the UFC that I'm unfamiliar with these days. Makes me feel hella... Oh, I mean, I get it, Colte. It's all good, dude. You know, like, you watch streams like this, you watch the pay-per-views, you pick up some of your favorite fighters, and you just watch it with a chilled back style. You don't have to be there for every single Apex card. It gets a bit exhausting. Dougie Big Boy, you really big Aussie YouTubers. They're super game. Won't pretend to be a chat. Dougie Big Boy are really big Aussie YouTubers. They're super gay and they're woke, but they pretend to be chads. How do you pretend to be a chad and woke at the same time? That is impossible. Canada, Carpathius. Lorenzo did predict the Delgado KO. There's a good shot on his channel. Well, shout out to Lorenzo Predicts. The difference is Johnny Walker gets flatlined because he hasn't got the chin to take it. Lewis fakes being KO'd because he hasn't got that dog in him anymore. No heart for his brothers who have suffered through the... Why do you got to bring the whole fucking brothers into this, Christian Grey? Why do you got to bring the whole bloodline into this? Yeah, it's the only base thing that we got. Fair enough. You're going to shit like a champ, Dougie. You're going to slip right out of it. I am going to be drinking so much water and fiber for the rest of the night. It's insane. Who has the most fucked up nose in the UFC? JDM or Marab? You'd have to go with JDM. It goes right across his face, right? Lorenzo also predicted that Kai Kara France would KO Pantoja. Yeah, but Lorenzo's an Aussie, and the fellow Aussies, we got to support the Anzacs, you know what I mean? Like, we had to support Kai Kara France, even though it was a dumb idea. Luis Villa, the fat Brazilian, is the worst main event of all time. No. Macy Barber versus Andrade. No. We once had Angela Hill as a main event. Angela Hill. I think it was in 2023 as well. Like, Angela Hill in 2023 was a main event against Mackenzie Dern. You understand what I'm saying? We had Shamil the Blob Gaziev as a main event. He gave up at the end of round 3. He just ran out of cardio. We had Shamil the Blob Gaziev just gas out. Insanity. Do they have vitamin water down under? They used to. I haven't seen it on shelves in a long time, so I don't know, dude. Doug, you do prefer beef hot dogs, pork hot dogs, chicken? I don't want to ever think about hot dogs ever again, Benny. If JDM fixes his nose, he loses all aura. He becomes an average fighter. His nose is his superpower. I agree, mate. Just keep pinging the cunt with your fucked up nose. That will help a lot, and it tastes bloody lovely, mate. Teixeira is going to kill Lewis in the first round. I might be riding with Nacho on this one, although Nacho does like to pick the spastic underdog, so I don't know, dude. I still can't stop giggling thinking about someone calling him Kai Kara farts. He got bullied in high school bad. It's not massively popular, though, Vita. Oh, so we do still I just haven't seen it on any shelves anywhere, Carpathia. Where do they sell it? JD, what if someone punches JDM's nose straight mid-fight? Then he gains max aura. He gains extra aura. If he gets punched back into place, extra aura. Kaiko France really scares me when he makes that face. I'm really sensitive and it terrifies me, said nobody ever. How badly do we think that nose is affecting Jack's breathing? I would think it is, mate. Just like how Dricus Duplessis' deviated septum was affecting his breathing. I think it would be affecting his breathing, yeah. Probably 20%, 30%, right? 20 or 30%. We're allowed to be wrong once in a while, but not glaze too much. He did literally call out the KO sequence. There you go. I haven't seen it in ages. That's what I'm saying, Carpathius. Like, I know we used to have it, but I think it's gone, dude. Chetty, you just lost all respect. I'm very proud to say that Dougie is very woke and PC and takes care to ensure that all of his chat is in a very safe space for all. Thank you, Larry. He obtains Marab cardio if JDM gets his nose smacked back into place. Mate, I can bloody smell again. We're here to get the cash and dash. Never call Pena a spastic again, you sickening freak. Juliana Pena is a fucking spastic that throws two fists at the same time with her eyes closed. She's an embarrassment to the MMA belt, and she's one of the worst champions to ever touch a belt. Juliana Pena is disgusting. Can you do the Kai Kara France face? Maybe, but I'm not going to. Absolutely not. Did you see Dennis from Submission Radio give Ben the Bane Davis alcohol poisoning on a live stream? No. What did he do? Islam will head kick JDM so hard his nose will stick out like Ariel's. Fuck this. I can't listen to any of you cunts say aura. That shit is for middle school kids. Sorry, Weston. I know it's internet talk. I hate saying the word glaze if it gives you a quantum of solace. I think saying the word glaze is the most disgusting thing to come out of a man's mouth. Armand better than Topuria. It's a close bloody fight, Armand G, and I haven't seen you here before, mate. G'day, my name's Dougie. I make an MMA video every single day of the week. Subscribe to the channel. In fairness, most of Angela Hill's fights have been pretty decent. She scored second place in all-time most significant strike behind Max, pretty far ahead of third place. That's a decent thing to say, Larry, about a half-decent career. But Angela Hill should never, ever be the main event of a UFC Fight Night ESPN on Saturday night. Ever. Did you see Mighty Guru's show today? All the donos went to Ben Askren's GoFundMe. Super cool. I did see that, and good on them. Well done to them. So you're saying Juliana Pena fights exactly like DDP? Exactly like DDP, dude. Yeah, it was really cool of Mighty Mouse and Guru to give all of the donos to Ben Askren. Even if he's already had the lung transplant, he's still going to need money for checkups. He's still lost like a ton of work. He still lost a ton of money in medical fees. Like, just because he's got new lungs in his chest now, which is fucking insane to think about, doesn't mean that he couldn't use a couple of extra $1,000. So I'm happy for Ben Askren. Dougie, I'm unsubscribing and never watching again if you don't make the Kai Kara France race. See you, Ben. It was good to have you here, mate. I'm going to thoroughly miss you. I appreciate everyone who subscribes to the channel. I'm not doing the Kai Kara France face. Do you love getting disgusting, Joe? Absolutely disgusting. I had to drink along for you. He had to drink along for UFC 317, and the rules were insane. They drank 6 beers and as many shots in 4 hours. 6 beers and 4 shots in 4 hours, huh? Doable. Very doable. Do a Bilal impression and include Kamaru Usman. I mean, so what? I'm literally the best. Like, Kamaru Usman, I mean, who is this guy? He knows I beat him on the podcast. I mean, this guy literally sucks. Isn't Angela Hill like 15 and 13? Yeah, she's horrible. She's absolutely horrible. That's not hard to do whatsoever. I know. How does a lung transplant even work? How do you possibly use your lungs? No, there's someone else. There are a dead person's lungs that have gone deep into his chest. I did that today, Justin. I mean, it is your birthday, mate, so you're absolutely allowed to do that. You are absolutely allowed to do that. I've had 6 beers and 4 shots and a beer bottle. I mean, I'm not surprised, Cheddarhead. All right, we're going to have Alexander Volkanovski. We're going to have this as a co-main event. Does Charles fight one more time this year, chat? I don't know. Does Charles fight one more time this year? Interesting question, isn't it? Oh, Morales fights one more time this year. We'll keep him on our undercard. We've got to have Mobza on the quick turnaround after he knocks out Pico. That's going on there for sure. That has to go on there, right? I never even knew that new lungs were possible until now. It seems insane to me as well, dude. Really does seem insane to me as well. What about during International Women's Month, which Ho should headline if they didn't have... I don't care about International Women's Month. That is a fake thing. Like I said, Miles Morales doesn't have to follow his weird culture. We don't have to follow our weird culture things. I went bowling and pulled a muscle in my ass cheek because I slipped. Not surprised, Justin. We have a drinking game here in Australia called the Power Hour. Take a shot of beer every minute. Well, I've done that. We didn't call it the Power Hour. We called it the Centurion, where you had to do 100... You had to do... Every minute, you have to do a shot of beer. So you end up having 100 shots of beer. I've done 2 Centurions in my life. I vomited during the first one. But yeah, I've done that, Capatheist. Back in my day, they were called Centurions. Let me open up a notepad because I can see you guys giving some cool notes about the card builder that we're doing here. Dougie, what part of your body would you be willing to donate to JDM to save his life? My heart, Shyla. I love JDM. Magomed versus Pereira in Arabia. Yep, Magomed versus Pereira in Arabia. Yep. Angela Hill isn't fit to wash Poetan Pena's jockstrap. True. Do not attempt the game with spirit. No, do not attempt it with spirits. No. Bro, I glazed Dougie's aura. He had me gooning Gen X on Crypt. Thank you, Christian Gray, for making me read that sentence. I hate it. Leon Edwards' next fight went. Leon Edwards, PFL. I'm in the PFL, bro. I'm in the PFL. Danny Barlow, Apex main event. No, mate. For Aussies, that's nothing. But 155-pound Ben locked in was about... But 155-pound Ben looked like he was about to Jeff Molina him through the camera by the end of it. Dennis looked like he was still on his first beer. Yeah, I guess for regular drinkers, that's not a lot. But if you don't drink a lot, that is a lot. 100 beast. Yeah, I've done 2 Centurions. The first one did not end well, but I redeemed myself like Anshul Jabli's telecom victim on the next one. You got to give me American science credit. You got to give American science credit. Giving someone new lungs is science fiction stuff. I hope they work as well, but unfortunately, I can't imagine Trump things work too well. Yeah, no, dude, the American healthcare system is insane if you have money. Insanely good. Gamrot has to be the next fight for Charles. I can make a Gamrot fight fun, and we need someone who isn't particularly a threat to his chin. I like that. I'm going to note that down. Gamrot Charles. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Larry. Have you heard of the upcoming wrestler? And what do you think of him? Never heard of that wrestler. I'd bang. So I get the joke in the first one. I'd bang your daughter. Have you heard of the upcoming wrestler? I'd fuck your daughter. And what do you think of him? I think there'd be a shotgun pointed at his head if he banged my daughter, mate. Yeah, mad respect for Guru and DJ. I'm very happy Ben and his family have worked everything out. That's the way, Christian Gray. Me too, dude. Very good of them to do it. What's up, Lorenzo? I'm for sure picking Mikhaev over Jack now due to Jack's injury. I'm rooting for Islam. What injury, Lorenzo? What injury? I'm rooting for Islam as well. No, come on, mate. Come on. To be fair, American beer is stronger than Aussie beer and slightly larger. I didn't notice that when I went over to America, Mr. C. They all seemed about the same to me, mate. When are Australians getting their guns and their balls back? I know, Mr. Clean. Help with the revolution. I heard Makachev broke his cock off inside the... Kako si, jeli ti dobro, Armor G. Lorenzo, you're lying. That's got to be fake. Yeah, I don't believe Lorenzo. I don't believe him. I don't believe him at all. All right, let me just scroll through my list of fighters that I have here. Paddy versus Ilya later in there. We're not going to do... Well, we're going to do Paddy versus Gaethje at some point, though. We are going to do Paddy versus Gaethje. We are going to have a number 1 contender fight somewhere. Absolutely. Gamrot versus Islam. We're going to do that somewhere as well. Absolutely. We're going to do Gamrot versus him later in the year. Let me just scroll through my feed of faces so we can get things started. before we start really building. So we're going to have Islam Makhachev versus JDM in Abu Dhabi, I feel like. That's what's going to be. Yeah, I feel like that. We can lock that in. So we can lock this in as UFC Abu Dhabi, and we can build a sick card underneath it. What's up, FU? How are you, dude? Welcome to the stream. My name's Dougie. I make an MMA video every single day of the week. Only subscribe to the channel if you're interested in MMA. The problem with vertical streams is sometimes just rando subscribe. Ooh, UFC 321's already looking good. All right, let me jump back in and read some chats. I wish it was in the land down under. I would go to Jessica Andrade's OnlyFans until I glazed Dougie. Like, it was disgusting, Larry. Stop it. If Ben Askren was from Canada or Australia, who would have waited 2 years for an implant and just died? Yeah, Australia's healthcare is absolutely horrible. Would you rather watch? No, Mr. Clean. Read my whole message. It's important. Sorry, Justin Kennedy. Where was it, dude? I heard Makhachev broke his cock off inside the... No, I'm not reading that, Justin Kennedy, but you know what? It is your birthday, Justin Kennedy, so I'll do it for your birthday. I heard Makhachev broke his cock off inside of a goat the other day. That's got to be accounted for the JDM matchup. There you go. JDM is my boy, but Islam is going to fucking destroy him. Disagree, Lorenzo. That's true, Ben. It pays to have money, especially in the States. Yes, if you have money in America, it's the best country in the world. Absolutely the best country in the world. JDM's injured. What's the injury, Lorenzo? DDP leaked UFC 319 co-main event, Gaethje versus Pimblett. I know. Maybe that's why Dana White's so angry about Paddy Pimblett being allowed into the cage after UFC 317. How many goats would the UFC be willing to pay? How many goats would the UFC be willing to pay? I've missed it now. How many goats would the UFC be willing to pay Islam Makhachev to fight Ilia Topuria? He's get paid 230,000 goats, 7 cows. Hell of a fight. Ilia manifesting his balls on Paddy's head. That's right, mate. I rest my balls on your forehead. In UK, the healthcare system is cooked as well. Isn't it weird? Everywhere that has free healthcare, you end up paying with your taxes and your time. Whereas in America, if you want high-quality healthcare, you just pay with money. What a crazy system capitalism is. Whereas in socialism and communism, you pay with your time. Because resources are finite. What an amazing system capitalism has created, where if you need a lung transplant, you can get it that month. You just pay for high quality, expensive healthcare with, I don't know, money. And depending on how hard you work, depends on how much money you have. What a crazy system capitalism is. Fucking insane. Someone should really think about implementing that around the world. Doug, if you have an opportunity to bring another YouTuber or fighter, Doug, if you have an opportunity to bring another YouTuber or fighter, who would it be? If you have an opportunity to bring it, what do you mean, Rennie? Like on the screen, like do an interview with? I'd do an interview with Paulo Costa. I think it would be hilarious. Another YouTuber? Mighty Mouse. Ben Askren lived a wholesome life, represented the USA Olympics, coaches and kids, and is a great family man. John Jones does drugs and drinks and is a general degenerate, but Askren is the one who has to say, I know the world is a truly insane place. See viral info. There you go. Crypto drops and Ben grabs. I know it's sad. It's really, really sad. What's up, Tax Insurance Accessories? How are you, dude? Only subscribe to the channel if you're an MMA fan. Derek Lewis this week versus an 8-0 dude. Crazy, isn't it, Cayman? I think I'm going to be going with the kid. Mr. C, that's what the Bud Lights are. I don't drink beer anyway. I don't mind it. I love beer. I do love beer. I only wish it was that simple. We have corny capitalism where the vote of the middle and the working class people doesn't count. I know they should just have straight up capitalism spectrum of it. Just straight up capitalism. Just old school. Like, you know, how, you know, just, you know, like a republic that's based on capitalism and like what's in your constitution. Do you think Kamaru Usman can become a 2-time welterweight champion? It depends who's in front of him, Ahmed. It depends who's in front of him. Chances of Kamaru Usman becoming a 2-time welterweight champ, I'm going to give him a 30% chance. I took Sean Strickland over DDP in the rematch. Truly retarded, Lorenzo. That's all right. We all make retarded picks. They both fight often enough, and Pantoja says he loves fighting in Vegas. I say him versus Van 320 in October. I like that one, Larry. I'm going to take that down into my notepad. Him versus Pan 320 in October. I like that, Larry. And it also is really good for Pantoja because it doesn't give Joshua Van time to recover. I like that a lot, dude. Gonna rip this massive whomp in celebration of Big Ben's great news. Nice one, Christian Gray. Dougie is still blowing it for the viewers. I'm still going, mate. Grab the camera of the Luma Jackson edit. What are you talking about, Mason Parker? That cocaine is damn good. Not on cocaine, just on the grind, brother. I don't want to be a drywaller anymore. I want to be an MMA YouTuber. You mean the Gilded Age. Man, the Golden Age, I know. The Ben Askren thing gets me worried about doing jiu-jitsu. That stuff is really scary. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta wipe down the mats. This is the thing. Like, the MMA community, old school MMA community, Shotgun's MMA community, Nacho's MMA community, knew that staph infection was really dangerous, and so many fighters have gotten away with it lately that people forget just how dangerous staph infection is. And this thing that's happened to Ben Askren has really reminded the entire MMA community. Wipe down your mats, wash your gym clothes, antiseptic everything between sessions. Like, be serious. The fact that Derek Lewis, a UFC veteran, can potentially lose to an 8-0 dude, and it's not even a given pick, is sad. Well, Derek Lewis is long in the tooth, like Mike Tyson lost to Jake Paul. You know what I mean, Cayman? So that does account for a little bit of it. Bring someone in the Discord on call for an MMA debate on Talks. If it's someone you're familiar with, it could be fun. Maybe Mike, but I do like... I have done live streams before with other creators, like I did Frankie's this week, and you end up just ignoring the chat, and I do like this chat where it's us and the chat chopping shop about MMA. I'm not against it, dude. It could absolutely be done, but I think the stream works well this way. Marabi gave you that spa. Don't know what you mean there, tax insurance. How can Strickland beat DDP in a fight? He can't, Lorenzo. He just straight up can't. Dougie, what happened with the glizzies? It's over now, monkey. It's over now. I ate all 12 of them. The same way he did the first time, but not the judge fucked. The same way he did the first time, but not with the judging. You mean Sean Strickland beating... Drickus Duplessis in the first fight, Capatheist. Very inspiring to see Dougie commit to his dreams. Mate, you got to chase after it. What a grinder. What a chat. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it. Just be clean. Stop being Indian. What are you talking about, Eric? Yeah, the staph infection. Yes, just be clean. Also, minimizes the time Van has to improve his grappling. Exactly, Larry. It's smart to turn around. People forget, man. Staph infection will kill you. Ahmed G says, do you think there is a possibility DDP jumps very high to avoid Hamzat's takedown because Hamzat shoots very low? You know, with DDP, you never know, dude. I mean, he was jumping high to get in over the top of Sean Strickland's guard, so he could do like a sort of weird, spazzed out, jumping sprawl. It's possible, man. You never know with DDP. He's gonna make up anything that he wants. And Natish Dutta says, shut up, man. You know, dude, you can scroll off the stream, you fucking inbred cunt. You don't have to be here, Natish. You can fuck off, mate, freely. Or you can subscribe to the channel. MMA video every single day of the week. Whatever you want to do, mate. It's up to you. Do you think... I don't have full control on how clean the gym is. You just go there and grapple. I know, Ben, but to the gym owners, for fuck's sake, clean your gym between sessions. And also, to some of the older guys in the gym, the guys that are there every single week, when a session is over, set the example. Get the antiseptic bottles off the pillars that are around a gym and squirt down the mats and clean up. Set the standard. Ben Askren nearly fucking died, guys. Set the standard. Thoughts on a Manson getting drone striked by Obama? Yet another drone striking by Obama. Give him a Nobel Peace Prize. Has anyone told you you look like Ilya's short bus riding cousin? No, they haven't, Mr. C. Thank you. Did you finish in yesterday's video? I didn't watch the last 20 minutes. No, I didn't, Kenny. I took them to work today and said it in the Discord. You, Nacho, and Enzo on call would be a good segment. Yeah, it would be good with me and Nacho to chop it up. And Shotgun as well. Did you guys see the newest epic MMA creator team up podcast? No, Larry. What was it, dude? DDP Hamzat pick. I'm going with Hamzat Chimaev, Lorenzo. Next time, I'll make it more enjoyable, like eating Twinkies. There's not going to be a next time, dude. Strickland, 2028 U.S. President. DDP by Showtime kick. DDP is the most questionable fighter ever. I know, Ahmed, yet he still gets it done. I want Twinkies now. I forgot about those fuckers. I've only ever eaten Twinkies once in my life when I went to America in 2018. Wait, where's DDP on the pound for pound list? He was number 4, Spectronominus. No, sorry, he was number 8 on my pound for pound list. Who done gifted me a damn gift? I don't know, Dylan. Welcome to the chat. My name's Dougie. I make an MMA video every single day of the week, dude. DDP fights like Derek Brunson. Potential unlocked. Were the hammer fists really necessary after Oliveira was clearly out cold? It was a statement for the other lightweight contenders. No, I think it's just... They train to kill. They train to keep going until the judge pulls them off. Like, we've seen fighters not go for the kill, and then the other fighter be left in the fight and claw back and win the fight. Like, it's a fucking world title. There's adrenaline going through you. You've just gotten a sick KO. You've got to make sure you... And Ilia Topuria as well, he's the kind of guy, like, he has the rose. He brings in the second belt. He has the manicured Instagram. He's wearing the suit. His son's in a suit. His wife's in a beautiful dress. Like, everything is done perfectly with Ilia Topuria. If the judge doesn't save your life, you're getting a hammer fist. Uncle, I will have to dominate the 200... Uncle, I will have to dominate the 205 division for a while. All right, Clear Kills, get in there and do it, mate. Twinkies are fucking... I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the Twinkie. Who you got? UFC Abu Dhabi main event, the Riddler or the Reaper? I'm Australian, mate. I have to go with Robert Whittaker. Mate, Robert Whittaker, mate. We're making a second title run, mate. You can buy Twinkies in Coles or Woolies. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there is an American section in Coles and Woolies. There you go. There was super necessary. Elia is the matador. True. Are you the Timu Dan Hardy? I might be, mate. I don't have a pair of red sassy glasses, so I don't know. Staff and injuries are what stopped me from training at gyms. Look at what happened to Gordon Ryan too. Got staff, took antibiotics for a year, and look how fucked up his stomach is. Yeah, it's sad. It's really, really sad, Chance. It's really, really sad, the staph infection. Really bad, man. Yeah, it's sad to see. Alright, Twinkie bet, it's official. I'll stick to the Derek Lewis. I'm not doing a Twinkie bet. I'm not doing a Twinkie bet. Absolutely not, dude. Love you. I've subscribed. This is why we go vertical, boys. This is why we go vertical. Thank you, B. I'm going to be doing an MMA video every single day of the week. Enjoy the channel. Enjoy the content. And I do live streams where we do fun shit like card builders, like what we're doing right now. Jack Manson took a couple of unnecessary clubs to the... He did, Zach. That was sad to see. That was really, really sad to see. I tuned into James Lynch's stream for the first time in a while today, and he was recently told by a reliable source that Strickland was pretty severely injured going into the rematch, to the point he almost pulled out. Doesn't really matter. He did it and lost pretty bad. It does explain the total lack of aggression. And like him or not, Lynch is trustworthy. No, I like James Lynch a lot, and I like his stream, and I do find him trustworthy, and... yeah, I mean, Strickland still chose to take the fight. Look, again, Joshua Van was injured, you know. It's up to the fighter. DDP won't fight. It's up to the fighter, dude. It's up to the fighter. Strickland chose to take the fight. That's what happened. He wouldn't say if he didn't truly fast who he heard it from. No, James Lynch is very, very reliable. Dan Hardy is the Temu Dougie. Anya Shyla, thank you. Pretty sure he said it was his shoulder. I mean, that does explain, especially to someone with the style of Sean Strickland. Ilya is going to send the entire roster to the Shadow Realm. He might fuck you. He might. Doug Hardy. That's pretty funny, mate. Danny Scorner. That's pretty good. Holy cope, Larry. I guess Strickland was always injured because he's never aggressive. I mean, look, here's the thing, right? I do trust James Lynch. If James Lynch... I trust... The question is, do you trust James Lynch's source? James Lynch trusts his source. I trust James Lynch. We're playing a pretty long game of telephone here, aren't we? An impression with Ilya's KO, but in the... But I'm impressed with Ilya's KO, but I'm in the minority, where I didn't believe Ilya will just run through everybody. No matter what happened in the Ilya fight, I already had the thought that Ilya will have tough matchups ahead of him. It's because I don't get caught up with the wave. I know, but is it... Here's the thing, Cayman. Is it the wave and the hype with saying that Ilia Topuria is going to knock everyone out? Or is it just what your eyes are telling you? Max Holloway, and I've said this so many times and I'll say it again. Watch the MMA On Point video. Max Holloway has the best chin in MMA. Full stop. Ilya slept him. Charles Oliveira's last TKO finish was in 2017 against Paul Felder, where Charles Oliveira tapped 2 strikes. Charles Oliveira doesn't get slept. He doesn't get slept. This isn't a regular hype train that we're getting on here. He's special. He's really, really special. He's really special. He ran into the right hand. And Paddy Pimblett, watch the Gordon Ryan fight. Watch the, not the Gordon Ryan, watch the Jared Gordon fight. Watch the bald cunt with the beard fight. Criminally underrated fighter. Kind of got robbed against Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett gets touched on the chin. The toughest matchup for Paddy Pimblett at lightweight is Arman Sarukian. Even Beneil Dariush got hit by Moicano at the end of the first round. Is Arman Tsarukyan... The hardest matchup for Paddy Pimblett is Arman Tsarukyan and Gene Silva. And that is it. Right now, that is it. That is it. It's Arman Tsarukyan and Gene Silva. And that is it. There's no one else. Is there no one else? There's no one else. There's no one else, Cayman. He's so good, dude. Can we say if Max doesn't have such a good chin, he wouldn't make your top 15? Yeah. If he didn't have such a good chin, he wouldn't make my top 15. That's true, Charlie. Yep. Dougie's Cornhole. Thank you, Kennedy. Yeah, Charles has quit and been TKO'd, but never been out-colded like that. With Holloway being KO'd, I guess we have to say that Johnny Meats has the best chin in MMA history. Johnny Meat might have the best chin in it. The Duck Johnny might have the best chin in MMA history. I get it, Dougie, but does Ilya beat Joshua Van? Probably not, Cheddhead. Come on, mate. I hope Paddy wins, but he most likely gets flatlined. I think he gets flatlined. Fighters will make more money in a fight taking an L to Topuria than they would make going into a long, drawn-out fight with somebody else. True, Bede. True, mate. Arman and Islam, that's about it. Islam Makhachev got touched up by Alexander Volkanovski. Renato Moicano landed in this area on Islam Makhachev. Dustin Poirier was boxing Islam Makhachev. I think Islam Makhachev dies. The dude is a Spanish-Georgian monster. He is. Topuria and JDM have the best boxing in the UFC right now. They do. It's beautiful. I'm not saying Ilya is not special. I'm just saying there aren't tough matchups out there. I think there's 2 tough matchups out there, and that's it, man. What's up, James Hyde? Ilya is legit as they come. He is going to tear up the division until another guy prodigy comes along, or until he blows himself up like Conor did. I'm with James here, Cayman. I think the thing that's going to defeat Ilya Topuria is the clock, is time, age, losing that speed and that power. I think that's what's going to beat Ilya Topuria. Ilya Topuria is special. He's just special. He's fucking special. My only point is, if that's true, he deserves criticism for... My only point is, if that is true, he deserves criticism more for yet again being a total dumbass than for being in the fight. Sean Strickland taking the fight injured. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Larry. I totally do. Did you see No Chill's the retard? Bro, I saw it on my stream. I haven't sat down and watched it. But I saw what No Chill was doing. And thank you, No Chill, for the raid, man. You're a good legend, dude. Thank you so much, dude. Imagine after all that hype, Topuria gets dethroned by Paddy. That'd be the funniest shit. That would be fucking hilarious, Ahmed. Yeah. Gamrot has a great chin and can shoot 1,000 takedowns. Ilya can scramble out of them. I don't think Gamrot's the threat. I get a payday to retire without a... They get a payday to retire without a ring to their legacy because everyone else got finished as well. Yeah, because you're just another victim. You're not as... It's not as bad losing to Ilya Topuria. Gene Silva is a featherweight. I know. I said in both divisions that he can fight in. I got the fight of the night versus Muta. Oh, nice one, Chris. Nice one in the No Chill stream. Nice one, dude. Can you do a poll on if chat thinks Alexa Grasso's feet are yummy? No, York. Okay, but I'm still picking Islam. Fair enough, Cayman. Fair enough. It's not insane to pick Islam. It's not insane, but... You can understand why I'm on the Ilya Topuria hype train, yeah? Like, I get why you're picking Islam. Moicano did not drop Islam. It was a slip. We've talked about this a lot, Ahmed. That's why I say, like, a punch landed in this area and Islam fell over. Slip, didn't land, clean shot. I've argued this one a lot with the chat in the past, Ahmed. So I'm not going to get that deep into it because we've gone over this ad nauseum. So I'm just... Middle ground, a punch hit Islam Makhachev in this area, and Islam Makhachev ended up on the ground. That's a fair middle ground. Islam loses 2 to 3 rounds by Turo, and it will be fucking brutal. I think Islam loses. Yeah, the roughie KOs Ilya for the belt in 2027. And again, that's age, you know what I mean? That's still 2 or 3 years away. The thing is, I pick based on who I think is going to win, so it is what it is. I believe my picks, Arman Tsarukyan's style, similar, I believe, in his style because I train a similar style. Fair enough, Cayman. Fair enough. I get where you're coming from. Ridiculously explosive cum fart spraying on the floor. The real Bandikoyev just wanted everyone to really know that. UFC needs to keep Gamrot away from Ilya at all costs. I don't think so, Chadhead. Fucking send Gamrot in there. In fact, I'd love to see Gamrot slept by Ilya. Send him in there, dude. Gamrot will continue shooting through. He's like a shit of Marab. Yeah, and if Dustin Hooker can withstand that, fucking Ilya Topuria can withstand it, dude. What are the odds John Silver beats Ilya? About 20%. What's up, Steve Spyros? Good to see you, dude. About 20% because John Silver's got to move all the way up to lightweight. So the fact that John Silver actually beats Ilya, like 20%. If they were in a cage together today, I'd say maybe 15%. Hand sanitizer boy is champ. No F you. Armin is way better striking than Gamrot. Yeah, Armin's the one, because Armin's a little bit heavier top pressure and cleaner striking. Also, you don't hold the record for all-time most total significant strikes landed. Also, you don't hold the record for the most total significant strikes landed, the most significant strikes landed per minute at middleweight and not being aggressive. He may not hit hard, but he's pretty much always walking forward and throwing way more than his opponent. That's true, Larry. That's true. That's true. Hell yeah, numbers are up. Good shit. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it, dude. We're out here. We're grinding. We're doing the business. We're making MMA YouTube content. Gamrot and Armin was neck and neck. It was true. That made me walk out to the Buttered Pop-Tart song. Oh, you would have loved that, Christian Gray. And Manson slipped against RoboCop. Early stoppage too. Justin Kennedy, keep drinking. Enjoy your birthday. Cayman trains the grapefruit technique. Get grapefruited. I love the chatter difference by Drox, but the retards are back might be it. That's the way, Christian Gray. What age is old to you in MMA? It depends when you started, Chance. Yeah, it all depends when you start. Like, Joshua Van is going to be a lot older than where, say, Justin Gaethje is at 36 right now. Like, look at Max Holloway. Max Holloway feels like a 36-year-old, 37-year-old when he's only 33. He's just been in MMA so long. Like, you listen to old Max Holloway interviews, he could give you a clear, concise answer. The best is best, baby, and the best is gonna get on the Best Express. Like, Max Holloway used to have lines. Now Max Holloway just sort of drools at you. We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm the best boxer in the UFC, baby. Never been knocked out, never been fair. Yeah, so, you know, it depends on when you started and how many hits you've taken. Max Holloway's like 100 in MMA years. How many of those 41 people are Indian? Doesn't matter. Ilya, the real deal. He is the real deal, boys. He's the real bloody deal, mate. All right, you convinced me Ilya beats the shit out of Gamrot. Yes, chat ahead. I'll bet you 15 Twinkies on it. 51 views. Let's step this up. Let's set up a Roo Dog stream. No more hot dogs, boys. Everyone knows 36 is the official age of being old. True. And actually, I hadn't seen it till now, but he actually passed up Angela Hill for second most significant strikes, landed an all-time across all divisions. There you go, Larry. Most people hop on Ilya's physically and precision. Not many people talking about Ilya's fight IQ. Very true, James Hyde. Very, very true. It takes the IQ to know how to place the shot just perfectly. But that's why I'm still pissed that Volk didn't fight Ilya at his best. Take a lot out of Volk's shoulder guard style. I really love it, but Volk looked like petrified in there. I get it, Topuria is dangerous, but that clearly was a shell-shocked post-Islam KO Volk. It was just a different Volkanovski. That's true, Cayman, but then knocking out Max Holloway sort of solidifies the idea in fans like me's heads that, like, that was going to happen anyway. Is there a Buttered Pop-Tart song? I reckon MMA Musical would have made one. I'm not saying Volk would win, but I'm just sad to see Volk. Yeah, I agree, Cayman. I would love to see peak Volk versus peak Ilya. 36 is old, 46 is old. The real Bandakoyev says, sometimes I smear wet cat food across my rectum. You know what, dude? I'm not going to read out a whole paragraph, but I appreciate you being here. I think Armin beats Ilya stylistically. If Ilya beats Armin, I don't know what to say anymore. That's the thing. Like, Armin's got the tools. Armin's got the strength. He's got the size. And by size, I mean he's just short, stocky ball of muscle as well. That's going to be able to hold him down. But if he sleeps him, it's like, fuck, Armin was the guy. Eshay, my bro. What's up, Jensen, brother? How are you, bro? What's good, bro? You gonna kick it down at the station, bro? Oi, 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 oi. Send me a cigarette, bro. I'll give you my P.O. box, bro. Send me a cigarette, bro. Yeah, and I need a lighter as well, mate. True, it doesn't matter what you don't have to... Okay. Holloway needs a bib when he eats so he doesn't drool all over himself. Very true, dude. Hamzat Chimaev versus DDP going to be same as Ilya versus Oliveira? I don't think so, dude. I think DDP gasses Hamzat out and beats him in the 4th round. TKO. Let's get Dougie a Prize Pick sponsorship. I'd love that, Kenny. Then this could be my full-time job. What fighter in history do you think is the lowest actual IQ? Mektic or... No, lowest actual IQ... Johnny Walker. Probably Johnny Walker. Dougie, take the gambling sponsorship. We all gamble. I'd love to, but no one's offering a channel like me a gambling sponsorship. Does Joshua Van have a chance to be the youngest UFC champ ever? No, he's got to fight in October. It's not happening. Does MVP fight next? He's 30. Who does MVP fight next? I think MVP's fighting Jared Cannonier next. I think that's the one that's set up. Bigfoot Silva, actually retarded. No version of Volk beats Ilya. He looked good in the 1st round, Spectronominus. I want to know what that dude had to say. I'm not reading that one out, Justin Kennedy. I think Volk definitely fought scared, but I don't know if he beats Ilya. The fight just had a sense of impending doom, and Volk couldn't back him off. I agree, Steve Spyros, but I also agree with Cayman. Like, it would be good to see peak Volk in there against Ilya Topuria. Lemon Party. scammed that dude. No one's paid me. O'Malley on Ilya on Oliveira. Oh, yeah, O'Malley said, thank God he didn't accept my call out, dude. Yeah, it doesn't show messages when he sounded like a talented Twitter. Max was drained. Max always is drained then. Max always sounds like that. Volk is the most skilled fighter in the UFC. I've been saying that since he beat Volk. Yes, Volk's insane. Volk's absolutely insane. Volk can grapple with Brian Ortega, outbox Max Holloway. Yeah, Volk's out wrestle Ilya to Islam Makhachev. Volk's insane. Volk is absolutely insane. Cox out for Dougie. That's the way, Kennedy. But the thing with Ilya is Ilya, not Volk. Oh, well, still, Volk's insane. But the thing with someone like Volk deciding to fight Ilya in that situation, you give people an opportunity to say Volk would have inevitably lost. Maybe it's like that talk is potentially. Maybe. But the thing with someone like Volk deciding to fight Ilya at that situation is you give people an opportunity to say that Volk would have inevitably lost. Maybe, but it's like the talk is potentially there because Volk took that fight when he really shouldn't have. I agree, Cayman. People can say that always would have happened. I don't know. But the Max Holloway thing sort of does suggest that. When the gambling sponsorship comes, take it. I absolutely will. Johnny Walker convinced people he would beat John Jones. Yes, Johnny Walker continued to try and fight after a fight got called off. He's retarded. Brandon Royval was a punching machine. It was amazing to see you, Boras. Volk in 2021 beats Topuria. Maybe, maybe. Monkey, Dougie banned him. Never. Kind of impossible to put him up there with the Hunt. Yep. Was Kimbo Slice in your top 10 GOATs? No, of course not. Makayev versus Movzayev Loyev. I'd be going with Movzayev Loyev. Too many impressions of the Haka. True. We should hear Chimaev's prediction on Ilya versus Armin when it happens. Chimaev is trained with Ilya and Armin. Oh, I wonder who Chimaev is going to pick for that one. Bigfoot versus Hunt match in Brisbane was fucking epic. What is the Haka? It's that weird cringe thing that that Kai Kara France does. Dougie, check your email for the only spam sponsor. No. Marvin Vittori is the best fighter in the world. No, but he might have one of the best chins. I'm a huge fan of Australian people, so I'm really happy you started the channel. Entertaining as fuck. Thank you, Mitch. I really appreciate it, dude. I really appreciate you watching the channel. Unban, Ben, Blueprint, Kenny. I haven't banned any of them. I didn't even ban Blueprint. Is Zabit coming back? I don't think he is, Balls. Thoughts on Paddy's next fight? I think he should fight Justin Gaethje. Is Alexander Emelianenko guilty? I don't know. What did Emelianenko do? As if you mixed up Joshua Van with the Gremlin Kai Kara France. I know. I'm embarrassed by myself, Christian Grey. Chat, that was a good stream. I think we're done, chat. I think we're done. We've been live for quite a while. That was a damn good stream. We didn't get to what I wanted to get to, but that gives us plenty to do in the upcoming week. We'll continue this card builder in the flat lay, I reckon. But we did damn good. It was a damn good stream. I've been live for like 2.5 hours or something like that. It doesn't matter how long I've been live for. But yeah, we'll continue this card builder later in the week, so it gives us something to banter about. But thank you guys so much. Later, dude. Happy birthday. Thank you, dude. It is my birthday month. I won't tell you what day it is. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to all the new subscribers on the channel. There's going to be an MMA video tomorrow. There's an MMA video every single day of the week. If you want to see some of my old videos, go back and look at them on the channel. To all the regulars, I thank you guys so much for liking the stream and supporting the channel so much. You guys are absolute legends. You make the stream a joy. And yet another golden stream Dougie has showered us with. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate it. You subbed. That's good stuff. Bye, Dad. I'm an unk, not a dad. Dougie's birthday. No, I'm eating steak and salad for the rest of the week. All right, guys. You guys have yourselves a great night. Thank you, FU. I appreciate it. You guys have yourselves a great night in America and in Canada. Have a great day in Europe. Have a great Arvo in Australia. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. See you, Wixen. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you. Don't go into Guru Stream to advocate with Aussie. Don't go into Guru Stream to adverse with Aussie hours. Stream US. Don't go into US. I don't know what you're saying, Mike, but I'm out of here. See you guys. Have a good one. Goodbye.